Episode 21 of the realest podcast ever. We back. We are burning the midnight oil.
I wasn't even ready. My fault. Go ahead.
My fault.
We here.
Matt's got a lot on his mind. He was just trapped in a bomb scare.
Yeah, I'm texting all my hoes.
Hey hoes, I'm alive. Don't fret. Talk later. Love, Matthew.
Yo. Really just wasted 3 hours sitting outside, yo, in the whitest neighborhood in America.
Gotta love it, man. Suburban zip code.
White folks friendly as shit, though. I'll keep it up. They
Anybody offer you
all day
a pie or anything?
They was just, the lady was like, I got chicken in the oven. I'm like, fuck it. Like, yeah.
I'm out here.
Yeah, I'm out here. No, but real shit though. I mean, like left and right. They was, you want something to drink? You want something to this? Dudes, like, I'll bring you a blanket. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't really need a blanket.
I'm good with keeping warm, cuz. Before we get into all the madness of Matt's Day and this horrible Memorial Day weekend, we have some special guests in the building. We have some ladies in the building. It's Estrogen Tuesdays here at the realest podcast ever. Ladies, please introduce yourself.
My name's Nikki. I go by L.Woods_ on Instagram.
I had to get that in there.
Yeah, I had to get that in there.
Plug.
Plug.
And hey, everybody, it's your girl, Ride to the
Did you hear
Come on, Golden Girl.
Damn, like, can I just, like, do it how I want to do it? Like, you just going to interfere. Like, all right, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ride to the Izan from Ride's World. Like, everybody's been shouting out
Friend
there.
to the show.
Yeah.
You've been mentioned on the podcast about 3 or 4 times.
I fucking love y'all.
Now you here, man. We love you too.
I knew you was gonna be the first woman up here. It's weird.
I was hoping.
It's weird, but I like kind of.
If not, I was going to kick Chad's ass. I was like, I'm waiting. Like,
she let me hijack a whole show to talk about YBOD. That shit was lit.
It was super
and then the
hilarious.
server crashed.
The server crashed the day it was supposed. Like, let me tell you, we anticipated that show for like a week. I'm like, yo, this shit is going to go off the fucking lid. Soon it was time to air, the shit just server crashed. Like nothing. Like the whole station was down. But you still have the highest listen views on.
I mean, you know, hey man, you know.
I still haven't been on Rod's World, so
listen.
petty Matt.
Yeah.
I know, like damn, like so I couldn't bring y'all on, like as a a joint thing, like damn.
Chad got a whole show.
Because that was when he was doing the YBOD. Was you part of YBOD?
No,
you missed your fucking shot. Like
I do have a YBOD, but I'm not a part of that.
All right, so you missed your wave. It's coming around. They come back even there. But yeah, shout out to y'all. I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank you so
y'all
much.
Really doing big things out here. It's good to see y'all working.
We got that merch out camera over here that's very far away from me. TheRealestMerchEver.com. Buy a shirt, buy a hat, buy a shirt and a hat. Use code TRPE for free shipping within the United States. I didn't realize that priority mail costs so much. It's not $5 anymore, flat rates.
Yeah.
$6.65.
Jeez.
Oh, it's $1.
That's a lot.
That's a lot when you sending out 80 packages.
Right. Adds up.
Hey, we shipped off 80 packages?
No.
Oh, we got to talk.
You owe me money, nigga.
You had to spice it.
Yeah, no. It was like 14 packages, but, nonetheless, I'm like, yo, this shit is annoying. Like, this shit costs a lot of fucking money. But, yeah, so Matt had a interesting day. He was caught in the middle of a Breaking Bad meth lab shake-up in Manayunk, in my hood. Matt's former hood.
It's not my hood no more.
It's not your hood no more.
Yo, me and Chad lived down the street from each other for a while.
years.
It's definitely not my hood no more.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You don't claim the set no more? That's crazy.
No, I'm back with the niggas. I like it though. What's crazy though is like all my niggas are quiet, hard-working niggas.
Right.
My people.
Working class niggas.
Yeah, it's wild. I came out this morning to walk the dog. All the cars was gone. Like every car.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm like, shit. Yeah, that's dope.
Right?
So it is what it is, man. But yeah, today was.
Wanna talk about it?
That shit was like action news. Like
the shit was on the news. Like all the news motherfuckers was out there. They was trying to interview me. And I'm like, I don't
got the answers.
I'm like, I don't live out here. The fuck I'm gonna say to y'all? Like, but yeah, it was a mess. Shout out to all the white folks on Manny Young Gab, man. They was real friendly. Offered me a lot of things, a lot of food, water, whatever I wanted.
It was lit.
Yeah, I remember like about 6 years ago, I was on the bus and I got stuck in the snow, front and arch. And I was out there all night, like literally all night. Like this shit happened at like 10 o'clock, like my last trip.
Where the fuck this tow truck?
About to tell you, I called control and they was like, all right, yeah, we're gonna put you on the list. I'm like, what list? He was like, it's buses stuck all over the city. So I'm like, well, how long? He was like, well, we got 2 records.
Damn.
I'm like, well, shit, my deep ain't that big. I'm like, 2 records, that's cool. He was like, no, SEPTA has 2 records. We'll get to you on the list. So it's like 10 o'clock, like 1:30 in the morning now. I'm like annoyed because it's getting cold. White lady came out her house, like the little condos right there in front. She was like, listen, I got a spare bedroom. If you want, you can go ahead and take a nap. And I'm like, nah, that's just gonna look bad. Like when the supervisor show up and I'm in my drawers, like
It's not a good look.
But y'all never show up.
yeah, I'm gonna get fired. Like, you fired just on the strip. You in this Caucasian house with your pants off. Like, no, you done. But yeah, man, they was friendly as shit today through it all. And that firefighter woman, whatever, I might write a letter on her.
You get her control number, her badge
I actually
number?
didn't, but I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm like, what's your, come here, yo. Where the fuck is your badge
She was
number?
so angry, and it was like, yo,
I don't have nothing to do with
like
this.
I'm not. I just want y'all to move.
Yeah.
And she was a piece of
Back
work,
the
man.
fuck up.
Yeah, get on the other side of that caution tape before you get tased. She's
That
like, they
was a
gonna
bit
hit you with the taser. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was crazy. Oh my lord! But
Holy
you know,
hell, man.
we got out of it, and it's crazy. I actually beat you here.
Yeah.
That's
Had
wild.
to stop at the store.
He
Yeah.
said 5 minutes behind me. That was like 20
Yeah, that
minutes
was a
behind
lie.
me.
That was a
Black
lie.
people.
Just
always
text me
high.
like, "Are you niggas still coming?" I'm like, I thought everybody was there. I thought I was going to be late.
I was here, but I was lost.
I was
Yeah, we
lost
saw
too.
you
Down at
We saw
2700.
you trying to park.
No, Siri sent me down to 2700 and it told me it was the right address. And I'm just like driving. I'm
Same.
like,
It did
this
the
is
same
not
thing.
it. I'm
Remember the
not
first time we
stupid.
came here?
Yeah.
We did that.
I was like, nah, that's not it. It's like, it's definitely not it. So on the administrative front, we laid down a challenge last week. It was the 250 challenge. I got good news and I got bad news. The bad news is y'all failed fucking miserably on the challenge, but we did make some headway. Here's where we at. We are at 142 on iTunes, so y'all about 108 short and 144 on YouTube, right? All right, so y'all about 106 short on YouTube. And what I'm trying to figure out is we've had this iTunes channel set up since January 18th. The YouTube channel's been set up since about March something. How the fuck did y'all pass YouTube? The YouTube past the iTunes? Is this shit Chinese arithmetic on iTunes?
It's just people don't do it. Like, honestly, as I thought about it last week, now that we're doing it, I literally have watched like every Drink Champs video on YouTube.
Never commented.
Never commented or subscribed to the shit. It's just what people do. Think about how your mentions look when we release an episode.
Yeah.
All over the fucking place.
Leave a comment. Nah, nigga.
Yeah, I don't really get into all that. You know what I'm saying? It's the way people act.
All right, so the good news is the gooder news is I'm gonna give you one more week to get this free merch, and then it's just gonna go away. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just like give it to like a homeless guy or something like that. So y'all got one more week. So today is now Tuesday. We're gonna record the next show again on what, Sunday, maybe, possibly, something like that. Matt, yes, no, Sundays again.
Yeah, we can
All
do
right,
that.
cool. All right, so I'm going to give you guys until Saturday night, $250 on either one. I'm at random. We're going to pick somebody and give you a free shirt and a free hat. Do you want this merchandise? Yeah or no? Cool. All right. Ladies, you may or may not know how we do our show. We do our social media rundown. We do our
Yes.
topics. We have our main topic at the end of the show.
Yes.
For those of you in suspense who came here to hear me put my proverbial foot in people's ass today, it's coming later in the show. Today's topic is for those of women out there dating, do you want a dad or do you want a man? This is going to break the internet, hopefully, and get me some hate mail in the process. I'd appreciate it. So, starting off, this was the worst Memorial Day ever. Here's my list of reasons why.
Oh, you want to tell them how like there almost wasn't even a show this week? I actually need to be thanked because I literally had to sit on Chad's hood of his car to keep him from going to Vegas the other day.
Yeah, I was like,
He was going through it. Like,
listen, I got a call from the, I got an Instagram comment from the plug like, yo, Vegas in the morning, pull up, just bring yourself. You don't need no nothing. Like, Just bring yourself. I was like, I'm out of here. And the thing that kept me here, I had 2 parties on Sunday, which they was cool. It's nothing special. But that's what kept me here.
But then it started raining and he freaked out. Y'all see?
Oh my god.
Chad won't tell none of y'all. Chad was losing it.
You didn't want to
He was
He
like,
had a breakdown.
like, I got this $500 shirt on and it's pouring. I fucking hate this thing.
Yeah, I was pissed. I had all new shit on, like, and it was like it's just raining like all day, and this is why this is the worst Memorial Day ever. I'm like, yo, it's like May 28th. It's like 61 and cloudy, and it's raining all day. Like it rained all day long. Like the initial weather report said, you know what, 9 o'clock, we can give you a break for the night. It's over. It didn't stop at 9 o'clock. It stopped at 4 in the morning. And then it rained all day Monday too.
It definitely did.
And then it's Tuesday, and it's still like kind of like
It was raining today.
You see? Like,
Raining today.
I can't get with this shit, man. I'm moving. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I do want to move. I ain't gonna hold you.
This shit is like what my thing is, like about 3-4 years ago, I came to the conclusion that Philadelphia is like the East Coast Seattle. Like this shit is like terrible.
Don't do that. Seattle's fly as shit.
Damn.
I'm no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Seattle is like a newly built town. Philadelphia was built in like, I don't know, like 17 something. So it's like
One of the first.
The first capital.
Yeah, the city isn't built for the people it houses. You understand what I'm saying? This city only built for like 300,000 people. It's like 1.6 or some crazy shit like that.
6 million in the metro.
Dog, I remember, I be out Seattle all the time. I-5 is 5 lanes both ways. We don't got 4 lanes anywhere on our highway to come through the city.
At all.
76 at certain parts is 2 lanes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, who invented this shit?
Yeah.
Like, it's terrible.
I've been like petitioning in my head. I haven't told anybody yet, but I'm like, yeah, why don't y'all just build 2 more lanes like over top of it, like
how they do in Chicago.
like an express lane, to where it's like, all right, if I'm just going to King of Prussia, I can just get on this upper lane and just drive that just straight to King of Prussia, and I don't got to deal with
Do
you
you know
niggas.
why not just build a bridge to Africa?
We got to start somewhere.
You want a bridge straight to KOP.
I want it straight to KOP. You know what I'm saying?
Go shopping.
I want a bridge straight to KOP. I want one southbound straight to South Street.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Just tourist destinations. Like, yo, I'm trying to get to some shit and get all of you local driving dickheads who don't know how to merge out of my way.
Yo, merging is hard.
It's the worst shit.
It is crazy. It's terrible.
That's what fucks up all of the
76
traffic.
be wide open. 676 merging. Dog, that shit is terrible.
Shit is a fucking nightmare, man.
That is awful, man.
So yeah, so the reason why Memorial Day was horrible is because of what I could have been doing. I could have been in Vegas. I also could have been in Atlanta. People texting me, sending me pictures from Atlanta and shit. It kind of was raining there too, so fuck Atlanta this weekend. What I did do, stay here in the rain in my $560 shirt and get wet. And just overall, this city really like sucks hippo dick. Like, I'm really just tired of it. It's stressing me out. And it's just like, yo, can we catch a break? Like, our boys Dope Shows brought Rick Ross here Friday. Almost a near sellout, not quite a sellout. But I'm just like, yo, what's wrong with Philly? Why y'all don't like participate when shit happens? Like,
Me, it's Philly.
Rick Ross got a #1 album. How do you not sell that show out like immediately? What's wrong with people?
Meek wasn't there, was he?
No.
Fuck no. Meek is in Miami.
Sold out.
Meek, Wale and Rick Ross was here. Both had their shows, and Meek was in fucking
That threw
Miami.
me off. I thought he should have been here. Like, he
Yeah,
should have been here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Wale's album is pretty good. I don't know why people were saying it was bad.
I haven't listened to it.
I haven't listened to it.
It's pretty good.
I heard
I've been
just
listening
one
to it the
song.
last couple of days. It's pretty dope. I saw O'Malley was on stage at the Rick Ross concert.
Yeah, he was one of
Was
the
he?
openers.
Yeah, when I saw
Oh.
that, that's why I thought, oh, okay.
The Chasers is in the
Chasers
building.
are there, yeah.
The Chasers, fuck you thought.
Yeah, and then somebody was like, no, Meek in Miami. I'm like,
I didn't agree with that at all. I was like, why not be here?
yeah,
Like,
I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes in life, you gotta just play the game. It just looks bad when two of your guys are around and you not around. Even if you just delayed the trip, like, all right, I'm gonna just go in the morning. I'm gonna just be here for Friday night, go to both shows, do Dreams and Nightmares, and then go to fucking Miami in the
Right.
morning.
You could have hopped in a jet and been there.
That's
You
what I'm
could've been there the
saying.
same
You
night.
could have been there that
An hour.
night.
Yo, I actually
even
cut
take
on
that
the
long to
radio
get there.
today. Power 99 was, they do the I bet you haven't heard this in a while.
Yeah.
And it was the intro. I'm like,
What? We hear this every weekend.
what the fuck?
In the bar, in the club, in the weddings.
No, you can't escape that intro. I'm like, the fuck?
I bet you haven't heard this in a while. I bet you I have this
Somebody
morning.
gave me a shout out on Power 99. I'm still trying to figure out who it was. Somebody shouted me out the other
You
day.
not sure?
They called up.
I have no clue. But everybody was calling me like, yo, they just said your name on Power 99. Matt makes me sick. I'm like,
Oh, that's cool.
all right. I got
So the person who shouted you out didn't text you and say, "Hey, shouted you out on the
I
radio."
don't know who the
That's
fuck it was. I don't know who it was.
strange.
DJ, I have
Send
no
you a
clue. But, I got like 29 followers, so whatever.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so enough about how was y'all Memorial Day?
I was
was in
shit
the house.
faced on Sunday.
Yeah, I was in the house.
Out of my mind. I mixed Henny and Jameson. It was my fault.
That was very bad.
I mean, I started off, I'm a Henny drinker. So I started off with the Henny.
Yeah.
And then, people buy a shot. You in Rome, you do as the Romans. So next thing you know, I'm just.
That was me a
pissing.
couple years ago on my birthday. I was drinking whiskey, and I was drinking every different type of whiskey: Fireball, Jameson,
Oh, my God.
Honey Jack, Maker's Mark. It was just like, oh yeah, what are you drinking? Hennessy. Whiskey. Oh yeah, get this nigga some shit that he never heard of before.
Right.
Yeah, give me that.
And
I
it was
died.
a day
It was bad.
party, so it started at 5 to 9, and it was my cousin's birthday party, and then they start playing party music. You couldn't tell me I wasn't 18. I'm up there fucking Wu-Tanging in the middle of the floor. Like, it was just percolate. I was. Like, my legs till today are still sore. Like, it was just bad. It was bad. I passed out in the car asleep, trying to go meet Deuce. Shout out to Deuce. Went to go chill with him. I passed out in the car, fell asleep, woke up like 3 hours later. I'm like, all right, it's time to go home. Like,
Did you know where you were?
yeah, all I know is I made it to his block, and he wasn't at his block. He was somewhere else with my girlfriends. And I'm like, well, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? I'm drunk as shit.
Somebody was arguing with Deuce last week on Twitter.
He's always getting
And
argued.
I was like, yo, Deuce spent all his money on AKs, cameras, Hennessy, and dog food. You don't want fights with a nigga like that. Like, you ain't trying to go through it with a nigga that lives like DMX. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't trying to go there.
I don't need a car. I have AK bullets.
Yeah. Like, but shout out Deuce. Deuce cool
Yeah.
as shit, man. That's my man.
That's
My
my
God.
What did you do
fake
on Memorial
grandson.
My Memorial Day was pretty chill. I went over to my girlfriend's house. They put some stuff on the grill, but right now I'm on this pescatarian diet, so I couldn't eat any chicken or beef. I'm
That's
just
when you only
eating
eat like
seafood.
shrimp, right?
Yeah, just eat like shrimp and salmon and
Presbyterian
stuff like that. Yeah,
Supposed to bring your own fish.
yeah. So
dropped the
I
ball.
ended up going to
Shout out my nigga Martin, rumbling over fish. down there in Miami. We talk
Team
about
Good
that.
Times presents.
Yeah.
What?
We'll talk about that on a later show. Oh,
So that was
man.
it for me. I didn't do much. Yeah,
Oh,
pretty boring.
I was at work. All
You
I
at
fucking
work?
do is work, man.
when do you have fun, Matt?
I mean, I don't know. I'm here.
Here?
I
This
mean,
year?
I play poker when I'm not at work.
Poker.
Yeah.
Sounds exciting.
I want to.
I want you to find a fun thing to do every month from now on.
That's fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm a thinker. Like, I like playing chess and shit like
So
that.
that's the only thing you can do for fun?
I mean, I'm not about to hang around with you niggas in the, in the bars. And the clubs.
I know who say I'm talking about bars. There's other things to do than go to a bar and
I go to the gun range.
okay, that's
okay,
fine.
that's cool.
Yeah, I bought a new AK, man. They didn't even get to shoot it yet, so I don't know. We'll do that soon, hopefully.
Lit.
Yeah.
Real quick before we really get into the meat of the show, Ramadan Mubarak to all my Muslims out there. It is the holy month of Ramadan from the 26th of May to June 24th. I'm fasting and, going through my act right now. Like, not being able to eat during the daytime is very, very stressful. But the best thing you can do if you come across a Muslim during this holy month, feed them when it's time for them to break fast. You get your blessings. So shout out to that.
I respect the shit out of that, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy discipline.
nigga.
You got to pray 5 times a day, not eat. In summer months is the hardest because like 2 years ago, it was like the longest fast ever was like 18 and a half hours. This year it's like 16.
Wow.
A little bit short of 16 hours, but yeah, it's rough. Once you get back to the wintertime though, it's going to be like cake, like 8 hours or something.
Nigga, the other day I told myself, like, I'm not going to buy no snacks today on the bus. My second trip, I was, you should see me walking out Sunoco. Like, yeah, that's difficult, dog. Like, you go the whole day in the summer. You gotta respect that. Because you what's crazy, I seen the people debating today about the drinking water thing.
Yeah.
And it's just
you're not. It's no debate. Like it's in the hadith. You're not supposed to drink nothing. Like now, you can rinse your mouth out with water and spit it out. Like if you got cotton mouth, whatever, you can rinse your mouth out. You cannot drink it. Like that, you're going to break your fast. You're done. Like so, nah. Just if you one of them people that like you sweat profusely or you can't handle like the heat or whatever, you better stay cool and well hydrate yourself before you start your fast. Cause
I hate whenever like anything like this comes along. It's always the arguing and the silly shit on.
Because people refuse to just like read a book,
I'm not,
or like
fuck read. I think people just refuse to respect.
Yeah, or just respect their religion. Like
you ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta love it.
Right.
Do you like? I don't say one word to you. I know you doing it though. The other night you was like, "Yeah, I'm breakfast tomorrow. Cool, we meet."
Isn't that the basis of all religion?
Yeah, but people don't respect
others?
any religion.
Yes,
Like people always want to pick sides. Like
people don't respect anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is.
shoot, I was in a relationship with a Muslim, so I already know what it's like. 30 days or however long I would not be.
30 days.
I'm on my best behavior. Nothing. Nothing.
Like, by the commission.
For sure.
Baby, got chill. It's 30 days.
All right, Matt. Where you want to start, man?
Let's get the finals foolishness out of the way.
All right,
it's here now.
We finally got the finals that we all deserved. The NBA regular season was terrible. The playoffs, terrible. Blowouts every single night. Boston won one game.
Okay, watch your mouth.
Boston won one game.
Watch your mouth.
Against Cleveland.
You a Boston fan?
Clearly.
How did that happen?
How you a black person in Philadelphia and you're a Boston fan?
We're not talking about that right now. You go on to the... Go ahead.
Her name is Irish.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
She knew.
That shit ain't
So now we finally have what we want, which is the Cavs versus Golden State. You got 4 All-Stars versus 3 All-Stars, and then like 4 good players on the bench or whatever. And it's basically like a defining moment for LeBron and for Kevin Durant.
It's really not, though, man.
It's not?
No, I think people are making out. This is the thing. You talk about the greatness of somebody. When you literally put it on like a 7-game series, I think that's just ridiculous. It's like the man done meant so much, just like all the other greats. It's like they pay attention to that. I get it, but I don't think it's going to change his legacy or anything like that. It's like you got people like Charles Barkley, like, oh, if he wins this, he's better than Kobe. This shit has no merit on whether or not he's better than Kobe. Like, that don't even make sense. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, James Jones is one of the best fucking players ever. He done went to 7 straight finals. And it's like, I think what you are and who you are to the game at the moment in which you at the height of, you know,
right.
That's the shit that matters. And it's like LeBron done been that dude now. I was explaining to my homie today for 14 years. Like, you've never seen anyone dominate for 14 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's his 14th year, he's the best player in the NBA. That's just nuts. Jordan didn't do that. Magic didn't do that. Wilt didn't do that. Shaq didn't do that. 14th year, he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
and arguably playing his best basketball.
Just get
career.
a man his respect. He did it. He could play another 4 or 5 years at this. It's like, I feel like we about to get a crazy series. Like, they've been playing all 8 games on NBA TV. I watched the Christmas game this morning before I left out. They played all the games from last year. The year before that, it's like, I feel like finally we about to get thorough basketball. Right. You know what I mean? But I just want to see a good series.
What do you think this series means to Kevin Durant, though?
I mean, you did what you wanted to do already. It's like you wanted to go there. That team was 73-9 in the last 2 championships, and you, as the 4-time scoring champion, 1-time MVP, you went there. So it's like, for me, you win the championship there. It's one of them joints. Like, you got one.
What if he won 5?
I don't know. Like, I honestly, it's because, like, again, we talk about the moments and who you are and this and the third. Durant lineup is crazy, but it's like when we start talking about that shit that everybody throws around, you was the favorite in 2012. You know what I'm saying? You fell apart. Yeah. Y'all was up 3-1 on Golden State. You fell apart. It's like, it's just what it is. And now you're on the team that's got 4 All-NBA niggas on it. in a Western Conference is ass with Kawhi hurt, whole Clippers team hurt, of going up against the Cavs.
Clippers wasn't going to do shit anyway.
I'm just saying.
They suck.
Like, you got to look at it like this. The Cavs is underdogs 3-1. And that's another joint that I like with the whole Jordan-LeBron comparison. Jordan never was an underdog, yo. Like, LeBron done went to 5 finals and been underdogs.
Yeah, no, I mean, LeBron's finals opponents greatly outweigh Jordan's, with the exception of that first Lakers team that Jordan beat.
No, that Lakers team was trash. Magic hamstrings blew in '89. Like, that Lakers team shouldn't even have been in that Western Conference Finals. The best team Jordan played in the finals was Barkley and them with the Suns.
Yeah, they was like a Golden State back then.
Year, they was the shit.
Yeah,
but it's like even that. Then the Jazz teams, it's like Malone and Stockton was cool, but there was Byron Russell and Greg Ostertag and niggas like that running around. So it's just like, no, like I just want to see good basketball. So that's what. Who do you got in the finals?
I don't like. Excuse me. I don't like Golden State like that. I don't like the Cavs, but I would rather see the Cavs win over Golden State.
Who you got, Nikki?
The Eagles.
What, girl?
Moving right along.
Next topic. I got the Cavs in 6.
I got Golden State in 6.
I put money on it with a lot of different people.
So. I just think that Golden State is an all-time great defensive team, and that's the one factor that's not being discussed in nobody's analysis of this finals. And their team defense, I think, is going to carry them to winning this series, because that's basically how they've been blowing people out.
I do feel like the key to everything is going to be Kevin Love. If Kevin Love comes out there and he goes 6 for 10 from 3, and it's going to be a long motherfucking night for the Warriors, because LeBron's going to be LeBron, Kyrie's going to be Kyrie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If Kevin Love gets the fuck off, like the way he's been, like he's literally been playing great these playoffs. So it's like if he keeps that up, it's going like. People like don't understand that they're 1 and 2. Like they're 1 and 2 in 3 points. They're 1 and 2 in scoring. They're 1 and 2.
All
in
the categories
defense.
that matter.
So it lines up pretty dope. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll see what it is. It starts tomorrow, right?
What's tomorrow?
Thursday.
It's Wednesday now. So yeah.
Oh shit! It's Tuesday. Jesus Christ.
it's Wednesday in 3 minutes. Yeah. And another sports topic, my man, my cousin Tiger Woods got locked up this weekend for suspicion of a DUI.
Tiger turned out to be a real nigga. Yo.
Yeah,
that nappy ass fucking pro. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Tiger said, and I quote, "It definitely was not alcohol. I definitely was not under the influence of alcohol."
Tiger was on his way to like winning the most majors in like golf history. Yo. He got to 14, and that shit just went left.
Yeah, because he rather fuck white Waffle House waitresses.
It's like they found out about that shit, and they ruined. It almost like somebody slipped him a Mickey. It's like what the fuck? Yeah, like yo, like all them years where he was trying to be Caucasian and all that bullshit, they slapped black right on him at a arrest car. It's just like, damn, Tiger, like, you know, damn near a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like
he might as well all the way like embrace the shit like Hollywood Hogan. Like he might as well just show up in all black.
Did. You know what I'm saying?
He just show up in all black with a train of 10 white women with dog collars on.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah, fuck all of y'all.
Tiger, man, that like it's like a modern day Othello. Like I can't believe this nigga fell off like that.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yo, Tiger, I remember Tiger, man, had us. I'm talking about niggas. Like it was a house full of niggas. We was watching him and Rocco in the playoff in the U.S. Open. And I remember like that visual, like standing in my dining room, looking in the living room, and watching
all
niggas
black people
go crazy, with, like him winning this playoff.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're probably never gonna see that again. Like niggas rooting for somebody in golf. That shit was crazy, man. And Tiger just, it's ridiculous, man. He looked Larry Holmes status yesterday. When I seen that shit, I'm like, damn, Tiger, like. They fucked his whole career
in
up,
the
man.
photo, I feel like he looked a little like Down syndrome-y, doesn't he? On the photo?
He looked
drunk.
crazy.
He has Down syndrome.
He got he like the whole Morris
he looked AA meeting drunk.
Because he never really had a fro.
Yeah.
Like he had like a low cut. And like I don't know if he just his barber don't fuck with him now. Remember his caddy like
his caddy turned on him and
flipped on him and
wrote a book, all that shit.
Yeah, and he
probably just like I don't know who I can trust.
Yeah.
Just out here on whole missions, solo dolo.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
Yo, wildin' in Miami like bossy. Tiger crazy.
Like, who can you trust? Nobody. I'm out here by myself.
Oh, they showed him practicing. That nigga went to swing and missed the ball. I'm like, Tiger's finished. Like, damn.
Not only is Tiger not Tiger no more, he's finished.
Yo,
place.
Tiger
Tiger
was so good back in the day. You ever see the joint where he's hitting the ball and then take the club through his legs and then pick it up and smack it? He was doing one joint. Go look it up on YouTube. Bull was like up on a hill, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna film you hitting the ball. Try to hit the ball like toward, like at me, like get it as close. Like I want to see the ball coming this way."
Hit the camera lens.
He hit the fucking camera lens. Like Tiger was that nice.
Yeah.
So to see him just wash rumbling niggas on South Beach acting a fool, it's just like, God damn, they that Mickey shit is crazy, man. They really fucked Tiger whole life up, yo. It's sad. It's sad. It's a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that he was really like on his way to being like the most successful golfer ever, and he might be on Unsung in like 15 years.
Unsung.
Tiger look crazy out here, yo. Crazy. I couldn't believe seeing that shit.
Oh my
yesterday.
God.
Like, cause you know, Tiger was like the quintessential good guy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he was
he
the
was.
perfect.
Yeah, those
Come
the
from
main.
a good
Those
family.
the main
Then
ones.
he got caught cheating.
Yeah, those the main ones. Fucking white women with the little mini Louisville Sluggers and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, TV real clean cut.
Yeah.
You got a sex dungeon in every
Yeah.
fucking crib you go to.
Yo.
He's been tarnished ever since then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, his wife whooped his ass.
Yep.
Beat the shit out
Beat
of
the
him.
shit out of him, hit him with a car, all that.
Divorced. Then she divorced him, right?
Yeah, she got
Took
100
the
million.
kids.
Took
She
the
got
kids.
she asked for
She got her
700.
money.
Yeah, she got 100. She got 100 in a crib and then moved back to like Sweden or whatever.
She was like a
Took the
maid
kids.
too.
Yeah,
She was like, no, she was regular. Like she wasn't like
she was like a babysitter or something.
Yeah, like he
A
met her on
nanny.
some like at the 7-Eleven and just was like, yo, I'm gonna
Yeah.
marry you, you white, and she was like, all right, and bitch
You
got
met her
a.
at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, she was like regular. Like she wasn't like a celebrity
Yeah,
type. She
no,
was like
just
regular as
some
shit.
average Joe.
And he took her in, and Becky said, "No,
I ain't going for
I need this 100 mil. Holla the fuck back."
Because I think they had it was like a weird. I think they had a prenup, and he was like,
She got 750. That's what I thought.
she didn't get 750.
Dog, she-
Look at it. She petitioned for 750.
Dog, she got.
So you telling me Tiger Woods got $250 million
he was
left?
hiding money in the like islands. Like
She didn't
Tiger
get
was on some
750,
wild shit.
Check,
yo.
double check that. That's not right, yo.
Regardless, nobody black could do it. If you was like dating Justin Timberlake and he was cheating on you and you asked
You
for
wouldn't
7,
get that much
Hell no, I
money.
wouldn't
put
get
you in
that.
prison.
Yeah.
They were like, what?
Yeah, sniper would kill you first.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Justin Timberlake can afford a hitman from Italy. Damn, you'd be fucking gone.
Pew.
Like, yeah,
Like a silence.
Exactly.
yeah. Quick job. Like, nah, that shit is crazy though, man. Tiger fucking Woods, man. That's sad shit. I know his dad is pissed.
All that hard work. He works hard for that boy.
No.
Yeah,
Hell
Forbes.
yes.
Eldrin Nordgren walks with 100 million. That was a sensationalized story. That 100 million shit. Yeah, so it was like a June 30th story that says 750. Then 3 days later, Forbes says 100 million. I'm trusting Forbes, not Fox News.
Yeah.
Either way, that's a lot of
I
fucking
was
money.
about to say any hundreds, millions.
Yeah.
is-
Millions, yeah.
But I think it was like a situation where it was like they had a prenup, and she was like, "All right, well, if you rip up the prenup, then I'll stay with you." And he ripped it up, and then she was like, "All right, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
You rip up the prenup, I'll stay with you. All right, yeah, cool, no problem. Don't take my kids away. Took the kids and 100 million. See you later, Tiger.
And Tiger out here missing the ball off the fucking tee. Got Tiger all fucked up out here, man.
Yeah, he off center.
Pray for Tiger, man. Pray
Yeah,
for
Hashtag
pray for Tiger.
pray for Tiger.
pray for Tiger. Hope he at least let him get it. Did they let him out of jail?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I haven't
he's
really
out.
followed up. It's just the fact that him going to jail is funny enough. I don't need to know what happens
Right.
after that.
Because they gotta get Tiger a do rag in the fucking thing, man. That shit look crazy in his mugshot. I'm like,
You might as well get some baby dreads.
yo. Yeah, Tiger looked a mess, man. Pray for Tiger. While we're on the subject of ridiculousness, did y'all see Michael Jackson's movie?
I don't even want to watch it.
Oh my!
I don't even wanna
God.
see
Did
it.
you
Somebody
watch
posted
No,
It's
that
worse
like
than the
this
Flex
movie.
Washington
I've been
one.
seeing the
No,
coming
it's a
soon
newer
for
one.
like
Listen.
8
No, I'm
months
saying, is
now.
it worse than that?
I'm not being funny. I was hitting the channel button yesterday.
And
So
came
I was
across
just
it.
going up like through. I wasn't like on the guide.
The guy looked
And I thought it was like a Kardashian, like keeping up with the Kardashians.
What?
And then I'm like, why the fuck is Kendall Jenner dressed like Michael Jackson? And I'm like, oh shit, this is a movie. It's Michael Jackson. They are out of fucking pocket.
They are.
Is it a white woman or a white man?
I think it's like Peter Fines or something like that. I forget the guy's name.
And then they put like powder on his face.
Yo, he looked ridiculous.
Why can't they just leave the American Dream what it was? And
yeah, that was
the best one.
Yeah,
2 parts and all.
Yeah, that was a good ass movie.
Flex Washington already fucked it up with his powdery ass.
Shit,
like
Flex was Mike.
Yeah, remember?
It was the other Lifetime one. That was on Lifetime too.
So why you had to do it a third
Where's
time?
Lifetime headquarters at? No, I'm serious. Where are they located?
I don't know.
How do Lifetime keep doing these badass movies? Where they? Because this ain't the first time.
Yeah,
they
did.
No.
Who else they did dirty?
I didn't see the Whitney Houston
Was
one.
that Aaliyah that
So
they
was
did?
it Aaliyah? No, or was it? Yeah, it was Aaliyah, right?
Aaliyah's was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the
They
Aaliyah
did
movie, they
Aaliyah
didn't have the
did.
rights to none of the
none
music.
of her music. So
And fucking Wendy
Oh my
Williams
gosh.
executive produced
Yeah,
that shit.
That was horrible. That was
So
horrible.
she was singing fucking Marvin Gaye at a talent show. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, that's
you're Aaliyah. Like,
Yeah, they said that this shit drew 2 million viewers.
the Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson movie.
I mean, it's Michael Jackson's
People
people
love
that
Michael
People wanted to
Jackson.
see
They
what it
tune
was
in and
about.
see
So
what
it's like, yeah, I can
yeah.
understand that, but watching it was just like, man, Mike, I know. The only person that actually looked like who they was the boy who killed him, the doctor. You know what I'm saying?
We get the doctor.
Oh, it went that far.
Yeah,
Oh,
the,
so
the,
that's
the,
why.
they had Beyonce Step Pop was in there. He was Papa Joe. He was Mike Pop in the movie and shit.
Oh,
and he kept popping up like
Tina
Vampire
husband?
in Brooklyn.
Tina husband.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. Cuddy was the
Remember
like
he played his dad on the Jackson 5, didn't he?
No.
No, that was the other guy.
on the
from,
movie, The
Cool
American
High.
Dream.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was Lawrence
Yeah.
Hilton Jacobs.
Yeah.
But Cuddy was like the narrator of the movie because it's like going through his bodyguards.
Kid Cudi is the
Nigga, Cuddy from The Wire.
oh Cudi from The Wire. That's just as bad. I would have rather it been Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
That would have made more sense than fucking Cudi from The Wire being the
it's Cuddy
narrator.
from The Wire, and it's like it's basically showing how the bodyguards went through all the bullshit and didn't get paid and all that craziness. And,
Oh.
yeah, it was,
So they trying to pay him in a real bad. Like, I don't
Like,
like
are you
that.
really interested in that? Like, who cares?
Yeah,
about
like nobody
bodyguard?
gives a fuck about that.
It's called
Like,
Searching for Neverland. Basically, it was
Oh my
after the
gosh.
whole shit when the whole second child shit happened.
Yeah.
And Mike was basically like on the run and taking the kids with him and shit. And the kids like wanting to go back to Neverland, and he like, we can't fucking go there and all that crazy. It was for the little 30 minutes I watched. It was a
That's
lot.
a shame.
It was ridiculous. You know what I'm
Legendarily bad.
saying? Yeah, it was
Lifetime, just don't go to Marvin Gaye. Leave him alone.
Leave Marvin Gaye
Leave
alone.
his story
Let
alone.
BET do Marvin Gaye.
Are they supposed to do Marvin Gaye?
I'm just saying ahead of time.
I'm looking. I'm looking
like,
Like,
leave
I ain't
him
gonna hold you,
alone.
yo. I'm at the point where it's like I'm kind of sick of biopics. Like they literally like it'd be like 1 out of 8.
Yeah.
You
The
know
new
what I'm saying?
edition one was all
The
that.
new
though.
edition
Was.
joint was good.
The new edition is straight out of Compton. All the rest
Yeah.
of that shit,
Straight outta Compton.
throw it in the trash.
I do
It's-
want to see the Tupac one.
I don't
I
want to
do.
see
I
it.
wanna
I don't
I don't
want
wanna
to see
see
I
that.
it.
do. I'm curious.
'Cause I feel like they're gonna leave stuff out like they did in Biggie's. They didn't.
Oh, Biggie's was horrible.
They left a lot of
That
stuff
wasn't-
out.
Biggie's was horrible and it was done too soon. It was like
Yes.
a cash grab, and it's just like it
They
wasn't very
didn't take
done
their
well.
time, yeah.
Gravy was alright as Biggie,
But it was too shiny. Like overall the way that they like the scope of the film was almost like too positive, and it don't like really get into like the day to day like shit that was going on. Like shit was going on. Brooklyn niggas was coming home from jail looking for money and this and that
Yeah.
and all of that shit. And this is why Tupac got his ass shot up in that elevator, because niggas was coming home from jail hungry looking for money. And I know it was other shit going on around Bad Boy at that time. And they just was like, oh yeah, you got a deal and you made Juicy and then you the
Right.
biggest rapper ever and then some random guy killed you.
yeah,
They got him Gravy playing in Tupac's biopic.
yeah, he's
As
Biggie.
Biggie?
Yeah.
again.
So he just Biggie for the rest of his life, basically.
Like
I
Suge
mean-
Knight, boy. He shook out. He really
He
beat
sure
niggas'
is.
heads in. Like he's really Suge Knight.
Once you
for the-
shook, you
yeah,
shook.
Forever.
You should, yeah.
Forever. What's his real name?
R. Marcos.
Yeah, he's signing checks.
Never
Suge
knew.
Knight and shit. I'm like, no, dog. He's like, oh shit, my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, me personally, like the biopics, I'm just like, especially them dumbass TV joints, like
Yeah.
the big budget joints that y'all gonna really do films. That's why I can understand that. But it's like I don't want to see Lifetime presents.
No.
You know, state
Nothing
property.
else.
And it's,
The Beanie Siegel story.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's
God.
like, you know, as nitty as Gina Season was. It's like, I don't want to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but that's really how ridiculous they get. It's like they go and get these movies and they do them. They don't have the rights to the music. No one wants to participate who was actually in that person's life. Right. So they basically just guessing.
They interviewing like people that's
hairdressers,
non degrees of separation removed and shit. Like,
fans.
well, my girlfriend used to suck Emilio Sparks' dick, and he was in state property, so that qualifies me as an expert on.
To know what the fuck was
to
going on.
know exactly what was going on with all 7 members at all times.
Like Bean said, he was mad that he didn't get to play Biggie in the biopic, and it's like,
are you serious?
Why would he play Biggie?
Just because you bought a bunch of Coogee sweaters does not qualify you.
He wanted to play Biggie in the.
He's not even big enough to play Biggie.
I was mad that I didn't get it. I'm just like, Beans.
Have you seen you?
Have you seen you?
Like, yeah, but that's how ridiculous these biopics is. It's like they'll get me and powder me up, and I'm Chris Farley, and this shit is nuts. And you be watching it like I'm not like Flex.
Podcaster Matt makes me sick as Chris Farley.
Like Flex was Michael Jackson. It's like what the.
Anything is possible.
But at the same time, this is why I don't think they should have done this shit. Getting a white man to be Michael Jackson, I just find like
that's an insult.
It's like Mike, like you know what's crazy? Mike's son gave an award away at the Billboard Awards last week, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Blanket.
His name ain't really Blanket. It's like a thing.
That was his nickname. He kept
that was his nickname on South Park, wasn't it?
Oh,
Prince Michael Jackson.
No, that's what the media called him,
Blanket.
But he came in the awards last week, and he's like white with streaky brown hair, and I'm just like, how did Mike have white kids?
Like, ain't no way.
Like, yeah, that don't make any sense. But
I mean, genes are. I mean, it's possible. You see Heidi Klum kids with Syl. Some of their kids look straight Caucasian.
But then you see, what's her name? Kamora Lee and her African husband, her son Chocolate.
Mm-hmm. So
and her other kids is light. It's weird.
She has an African son?
Yeah.
Yes.
With
She's not United Nations kids.
Oh, her last the actor.
Damone Hansu.
Yeah.
But no, now she has another baby. Did she just have a smaller baby?
You know what's crazy? My homie, when we worked at the airport, got his autograph, and he wrote, what's his name?
Damone Hansu.
And he was like, the fuck, he ain't right. I'm a star. He
ain't right. Give us free.
Yeah, he was really.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
He's like, this nigga wrote some bullshit.
This nigga trying to play me.
Yeah, he was pissed. He ain't right. I'm a star. Shout out Greg, man. That was my man when I worked at ASRG. Yo. But yeah, real shit though. I'm sick of the TV biopics because there's no more American Dreams. There's no more Temptations.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was. Oh my god! I know that movie
shit.
word by
now,
word.
It's literally ridiculous. They're getting worse and worse. So it's just like, stop those.
But even the Temptations was kind of like iffy too because it was only from. No, I mean it was Listen, hear me out. It's from one perspective, which is the bad part because all of them was fucking dead. Like, if it were, like, to have more of a perspective, everything was from Otis's view.
So he's the only one alive.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the fucked up part about it, but it was still a great movie. I just wish.
I see, I can understand what you're saying. Because Otis, you know, the storyteller always paints
paints a picture.
Yes,
you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't show, per se, his flaws.
True.
To an extent, you know, within the group.
I felt like the Temptation Jones just had greatness. Like, Leon played the shit out of David
Roberts.
Yes, he did.
So, me personally, I'm cool. There really is no biopic I want to see. You know what I'm saying? None. I really, because this is the thing too. Now with the internet and the information era, we have all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
back in the day when American Dream came out in fucking like 92 or some shit. So it's like
there was no Google to look it up.
You know, especially as you being younger, you don't remember Mike through all of the little shit. So, but now it's like, all right, how many times y'all gonna tell us Biggie's story? Excuse me, how many times y'all gonna tell us Pac's story? We know the story.
You've seen it on VH1 1,000
you were,
times behind the
and
music.
if you're old enough, you were there to know it.
Exactly.
The man was only 24 years old.
Exactly.
Like how much? Like it's really like a
short.
It's a 7-year span that we're talking about here.
Right.
Somebody the other day tweeted, I can't wait for them to do Jay-Z's biopic.
What?
Somebody quoted on the joint was like, Reasonable Doubt, Hard Knock Life, Rockaware, Beyonce. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to see Jay.
I don't think I need to see a biopic about Jay-Z.
For what? Like, he's not even, to me, he's not even old enough to have a biopic. I think.
It's not about old. It's about.
But he's alive. Like, the people who are young and have biopic, they dead. Like, I don't think that.
I feel like to have a biopic, though, is like, you had to be some type of something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you had to have some sort of a dynamic backstory.
Like your life
like
had to
Dr.
be-
Dre went through real shit. That's why Straight Outta Compton is what it is, because he walked away from two bad situations. He walked away from a $100 million company. He walked away from a $500 million company, and then he became practically a billionaire. Like, that's a dynamic story.
Yeah.
And all the little shit in there. Ice Cube leaving.
Ice Cube
Yeah,
leaving.
all
Easy
different
dying.
things.
Exactly.
Right.
Snoop
Being
there ready to kill
Snoop being a Crip
Suge,
and
Suge
Suge
ready
being
to
a Blood, and them
kill.
kind of coexist and run this record label. Like, there's shit going on. Jay-Z's story is like straight through. Only thing he did was ditch Dame and Biggs. That's
like,
it.
Puff got a joint about to come out. The Can't Stop Won't Stop, the Bad Boy shit. Did you see the trailer for that?
No.
It's a
Yeah.
biopic.
It's like a documentary.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be. I think it's on HBO.
I'll
It's
watch
one,
it.
but I
I
saw
like
the trailer of it
documentaries.
last week.
Yeah.
And Snoop and Dre got something coming out because I saw Dre the other day was talking about how when he first called Snoop hung up the phone on him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like like it's always gonna be those little documentaries. Cool.
Yeah,
Biopics
documentaries
where
are
y'all
cool.
go out and get people to be y'all. Nah, I'm just good on that.
Irv Gotti is doing some dope shit to show that
yeah,
Spank
I
gonna be on Tales.
Yes.
Where he's basically taking like rap records that told stories and turning them into like short films.
Yeah.
I think I saw that
wanna see
commercial.
that,
Yeah.
I seen that Waka Flocka's wife was in it, Tammy. She posted up that
Yeah,
she
our
was
boy
in it.
Spank is
Yeah.
in one. Shout out Spank.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of other people. So I think they probably doing like 8 or, but BET seasons is like 8 to 10 episodes, so something along those lines.
Okay.
And the guy Miz that was in Money and Violence is in one of the episodes too.
Okay.
And I think that show is canceled now.
I honestly, I watched like 2 of them joints.
Yo, I love it. Was so bad. Money and Violence fell under this category to me of like so bad that it's good. It was terrible. Like the acting, the production was terrible. But it's like this is a pretty well written story. Like the story makes sense. Like the story carries you through to see like what's going to happen with X, Y, and Z. But the getting you there, horrible, fucking horrible.
Yeah, I've watched 2 of them and like, no, I can't do this no more.
It's a bunch of like them little internet type shows that I haven't really like gotten hip to that people are in love with. There was a Philly one called like Old Head or something like that. That a
Somebody
bunch
was telling me about that at my
One
job.
yeah,
friend
like
on that.
like childhood friends of mine are like in this show.
Yeah,
like
one of my childhood friends.
They're like, you watched that show? I'm
Shout
like,
out to
what?
Shoddy.
yeah, my man Drew was in that joint. Like I
Yeah,
just
he's
came
in
across that shit like randomly one day. Like if you like Money and Violence, maybe you'll like Old Head, produced by Tony Chenault.
Never even heard of it.
Watch like 4 episodes of that shit. So yeah, it's a lot of that. In Black Love news, T.I. and Tiny are getting a divorce.
Aww.
I know everybody around the world is sad. Rob Markman from Genius said, if T.I. and Tiny breaking up, we all breaking up. And I retweeted it and said, I'm already ahead of you, Rob. Dumping all these bitches. So for all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Single for the summer. Put your wife in the friend zone.
That last quote, that where you at odds with her shit, fuck me up.
Listen, I spent millions. What the fuck is you saying? Like, you could feel
He
the
was
energy.
angry.
I spent millions on like that, and then the way he talked, that shit was hilarious.
Yes.
And then to bring it back so cool, I'm saying, you was with a nigga I'm at odds with.
She said, and you was
with a girl. I brought around you.
Were you at odds with her?
That shit is
That's what you got to
legendary.
choke about.
I say,
That's
yo.
legendary. That's legendary shit.
Yo, that shit. I
had
put
a
that
point.
video on my page. This shit got like 13,000 views right
What's
now.
crazy is I literally sent it to Chad. Like, isn't this funny? Turned
Yeah, I
around,
posted
it
it
was
on
on
my
his Instagram page.
I got like 50 followers off of that shit.
Yeah.
Now
they-
I'm starting
they
to get
both
like the
fucked that,
Facebook Instagrammers that are like, T.I. is fucking horrible. How dare him? I'm like, yeah, like kind of what, like this is kind of like how men operate. You bring a bitch around us, you start having threesomes with her.
That's what
exactly what I said. He kind of going to start hitting her on his own time. Like,
exactly. Going to happen. Eventually, he was going to want to, do something on his own.
Yeah, especially when you in the tabloids with Floyd every other week.
And that's what I was saying. Like, they're both wrong. Like, you're just disloyalty on both ends. Like, people trying to, like, stick up for Tiny. Like, oh, T.I. is like, no. Nah. If your man is beefing with another nigga, like, you're not having any type of association with that man. If your man
is willing to fight the undefeated world champion of the world over you, you need to stop whatever it is that you're doing that's causing this. Right. Because the next logical step is pistol play, obviously.
Right. Yes.
He can't beat him.
Well, allegedly they say that Floyd is 49-1. They say he lost that one.
Yeah, they say
the people that was there. A lot of people said he lost that one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a difference fighting strategically and just street fighting. That's two different things,
I get that.
And they in the same weight class.
Right. No, but still,
she sound like a professional.
When you being professional, you thinking things through versus just somebody swinging on you. Can't run around.
Well, T.I. done beat a couple motherfuckers. So,
I mean, we have several videos of him climbing in crowds, punching people in the face. Yeah. Like, he has a history of this.
Yeah. I remember T-Top had a line in a battle. He said, I got the heart of T.I. I'll fight Floyd over the tiniest situations. That was like,
that was a good one.
I thought about this, nigga.
That was good.
That was real good. Damn.
Real quick, because I know you watch the battle shit. Do you fuck with Rum Nitty?
I love Rum Nitty.
Yo, Rum Nitty the other day said, I got the Desert Eagle and the Mac 10. That's fucking trouble. Because I'll let the 50 point and then the 10 assists. I caught a double-double.
Oh my God.
I fell the fuck out for that. Yeah. But shout out T-Top and Rum Nitty. Those are my niggas. But yeah, the T.I. and Tiny shit is like,
it's wrong on both ends, but at the end of the day,
it's just salty because we saw them, like, their whole, Damani, Damunji, and all of that.
And you know what's even more kind of fucked up? When T.I. said to her, like, I can't, like, the marriage is holding me back from being who I am, I understood what he said because I said that once he did that show, that was his demise as a rapper. I can't take you serious no more. You got 19 kids, cuz. I don't think that it takes because I don't think you out here whooping ass and fucking hoes. You got 19 kids at home.
But on the contrary, out here fighting and whooping ass.
Now that we see that you are, I'm back a fan. When is the new album coming out? For a while, I'm like, yo, you like Cliff Huxtable. Like, I'm really like, I don't want to hear no rap music from you, cuz you a reality TV star.
All his solo albums, nobody really was paying him no mind.
For about a good 5 years.
Yeah. He had a couple okay songs, but nobody was trying to hear that shit. Like, you're on TV playing a family man. Like, we used to trap like Paper Trail
That's
I get it.
After Paper Trail, I'm like,
I get
Paper Trail was greatness.
Greatness.
I love Paper Trail.
Y'all want to get into that? T.I. versus Weezy?
Oh, really? Man. Like, no, not today. Not today. We're never get to the top. T.I. All right, real quick. Okay.
I saw my man T.O. Tone Banks told me that Lil Wayne doesn't have no classic albums.
Yeah, Tone was high for that.
I said, Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3, pick one. Exactly. Like, pick which, because different people, depending on who you talk to, say something different. No, I've never heard nobody say Wayne doesn't have a classic album, though.
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
That was strange to me.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. This is how great to sum it up, this is how great Lil Wayne was for a 6-year period. The Carter 3 leaked in its entirety 5 times. Every single time he went back and re-recorded another version of the Carter 3, and the version that came out for retail, still every song on the album charted. He had like 7 platinum singles, and the album sold 8 million copies.
It did like 1.5
the first week.
Yeah.
Like, that's how talented he was. Like, oh, they got it? All right, fuck it, we gonna record another one.
Right.
Oh, fuck it, we gonna record another.
Engineers doing that shit for $75,000.
Right.
I dropped that shit tonight.
They just keep selling this shit to fucking Evil Empire. Every time he's like, yo, I'm done. We turn it into Universal on Monday. Yeah. Yo, your shit leaked, cuz. What the fuck? Like, who could have done this? The engineers, like, I had no idea.
Dun, dun, dun.
They was firing engineers left and right. They got to the point where they had this shit like on a fucking in a suitcase. Like, you couldn't even leave Lil Wayne files on the computer at the studio no more.
I say this: Wayne is in my top 5 all time.
Absolutely.
T.I.'s not. So that's kind of where I left it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think T.I., as weird as this might sound, I think he was the best rapper to come out of the South, especially in his time.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
He was.
Weezy's just a better he's a better dude.
He's a better everything else.
He's a better guy.
So it's like, all right, if you get if T.I. is at his height, at his peak lyrical ability, if he's a 9.5 and Wayne is a 9, Wayne's a 10 in all the other categories.
Right.
Like, I remember when T.I. was literally like, you know, round here, smoked Trick Daddy in Memphis. Swagger like us, he smoked Jay Wayne and all of that. Like, T.I. was literally at one point just, I'm just gonna out rap every motherfucking body.
Yeah.
He's a rapping ass nigga. But the rapping ass nigga doesn't always turn around and be like it's weird. It's like, I don't know, because
he's not the whole package.
But at one point he had a run, because Urban Legend is my shit. Sure. King was greatness. Paper Trail, what fucks me up all the time with T.I. is T.I. versus TRPE.
I told
that
Carl
was the
last
one
night.
John
Carl was
just
ready
like,
to pull up on me over that when I said, yo, that album is terrible.
It's
like,
not terrible.
He has a
but
wide
it's
clef
just not
single
great.
with a guitar.
It's
Like, that shit is
you don't
terrible.
know he was dope, though.
You don't know he was on trap music.
You know what it is.
You know what it is.
That's the name of the song with Wyclef.
But the song that saved that album is Big Shit Poppin', because it got picked up by ESPN and it went like global. Without that record, that album get ignored.
True.
I feel like that album was like, just because King was great and then Paper Trail was fucking insane. And I was just like, what
happened in between these two?
Yeah,
What was you
what
doing?
happened during
Right.
T.I.?
Yeah, he's probably doing a lot of ecstasy around that time. I think that was around the time that Tiny went to jail for him.
Yeah.
So it's like doing
I
a lot of.
she went to jail from after Paper Trail.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it was before. No, it was before. It was like in between King and Paper Trail. They bust a U-turn in the Maybach in L.A.
Got pulled over.
Everybody go to jail. Yeah, baby, this your pistol. You got us. That's
She
the
went
rules.
to jail for this nigga.
Who ain't got no felonies in the car?
Yeah,
you got to hold the
it's
gun.
no divorce, probably. I say we could
She
be
went to
separated or
jail.
something, but
But it's like this how
Damn,
this
that's
how
crazy.
deep it is. They getting the divorce. She moved down the street. Like she moved 4 houses down. Like he could walk to her house.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, I'm packing the kids up. Like
She be
you
so
live-
dramatic.
you
Like
live down
like
the
they
block.
going-
I'm like, if I need something, I'll just come get it.
Like,
Just start
child.
over.
Now she about to go back on tour with Escape.
Oh, yep. And
Oh,
they
yeah, I
sound
seen
good
them
too.
trying to
Did you
make
see
a
them
little
sing?
You
comeback.
seen them doing that
They
little
sound
Bag chasing.
acapella?
The bag
yes,
is out.
Yes.
Biggie just fucked them all up, man, for me. Like, and crazy, I think they nice looking.
I think Candy's nice looking.
Candy grew into her, you know.
She did.
The
Like-
rest of them can't get with.
Tiny was alright.
Tiny was
looking
alright back in the
Tiny-
day.
Tiny fucked herself up.
What happened?
Because I seen an old picture of Tiny from the 90s and was like, damn, what happened?
Did you see Lil' Kim recently?
Horrible.
Oh, I don't
The
even
picture she
like
posted,
discussing.
they posted the other
It's
day. I'm
bad.
like, wow.
Well, Kim is an Asian white woman.
Yeah.
Asian white woman.
Yeah. That
Kim was
plastic surgery
bad back
shit
in
is
the
crazy,
day.
man.
It
'Cause
is.
you can,
It's an addiction.
I can understand enhancing yourself. Cool, whatever. You want to do it. But it do get to the point where it's just like, all right, this is your 53rd surgery. Like,
Your
At what
53rd.
point, here's my thing, like, perfect example. Today I was in the jewelry store. I have a very good relationship with my jeweler. And I'm down there trying to give him my money. He's like, no, you don't need another watch. You need to figure out what it is that you want, So that's a true friend. At what point on your 97th surgery is the doctor like, you know what? This is not a good
need to
idea. You
stop.
shouldn't do this.
Dr.
I can't.
Trying to-
I'm
They're not
not.
friends.
I'm not
Dr.
taking
Trying-
your money.
Dr.
This is
Trying-
business.
Or when do they start feeling like their work is looking crazy? It's like you paint a picture and then you start adding extra stuff.
Yeah, like you know,
what, I done
like yeah, I'm
fucked
gonna do it, but don't tell
You know?
nobody I did it.
True.
Like
You
don't
just
tell
like
nobody
saying my
this
work
was
looks a
my
little
work.
Remember when Roy Rogers used to eat a burger and you used to put the shit on? And you
Oh,
go way
shit.
overboard with all the bullshit over there? Like, yeah. It's like that type of shit. Like,
stop.
yeah, I did way too much with this fucking thing. And it's like, that's kind of where Tiny went. I mean, Lil' Kim went, like, she was gorgeous. It's like her
Yeah.
skin is different now.
Yep.
She was brown skin.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Her skin
brown
is different.
skin
Her
Brooklyn
body is
Joan.
different.
Now she a Asian woman from the Netherlands.
yeah. Big, like, who the fuck is that?
Right. You gonna get to heaven and nobody's not gonna recognize you,
Yeah.
sis.
For sure.
We got hella questions like, yo, what happened? Like,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know Tiny and them are done the show. And
they said the show was like over. Like
that was the finale of the show. Period.
Ever.
Yes.
And now the daughter, Neek Neek, she's on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta with Bow Wow fraud ass.
What the hell is up with that? Like, what the?
She's dating Bow Wow?
No, she's not. They all on the show.
It's
like
grew up in hip hop.
Wayne daughter, Neek Neek, Bow Wow, who's like 30. Like everybody else is like 18, 19. He's fucking 30. Deb Antony's son, Waka's mom.
Yeah.
Her other son that's like a stylist or whatever the fuck he is, and somebody else. But Bow Wow's like, Bow Wow, you 31, dog.
What's Growing Up? Is that the Jermaine Dupri joint?
They had Growing Up.
No.
What was the other city?
Jermaine Dupri is one of the producers of the show, but the rap game is the Jermaine Dupri show.
Game.
Okay.
This week on the rap game.
I'm doing nothing with these motherfuckers.
Well, it turns out I was wrong. Jermaine is actually taking the kids on a tour this summer.
Okay.
He's got apparently he has, somebody wins the show, but he has the rights to all of the kids.
Oh.
So one of the funniest fucking things I've ever said on this show.
This week on the rap game. You get a chain, no money, and a fucking bando on the rap game.
JD blocked me on
Oh, for that ventriloquist shit?
Yeah, he really blocked me. It's like, mind you, I thought it was funny, and I guess people just retweeted it because it had like 7,000 retweets.
Yeah, it got retweeted too much.
Yeah, he's seen it and
blocked you.
Blocked. Who's responsible for this shit? Blocked. You be blocking
Joe Budden's
motherfuckers a hella long.
like everybody. I think he has a new Twitter or something because everybody seems to be unblocked that was blocked.
Joe Budden is the what did he say? He was the cultural gatekeeper for Complex.
He's so annoying. He's so annoying.
I'm the cultural.
So bitter.
Did you listen to Academics on Brilliant Idiots?
I heard part of it. I heard like the initial segment of him like crying about why they was dissing him.
Oh no!
What did you think of it?
I'm not really an academic fan, so
it's nothing to be a fan of.
I'm about to say I don't think anybody's a fan of him.
I respect what he do, but it's like somebody summed it up like a year ago. They was like, "Yo, this your boy DJ Academics, and I'm about to start gossiping." Like that's like the whole premise of every fucking video. It's like, yo, you got 97,000 videos of you gossiping and talking slick to niggas with satire, and then being a bitch when people say something.
He made a lane out of him, some like hip hop Wendy Williams type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I feel like the show with him and Joe Buttons, I've already stopped watching it. It's like I told you it was painful to watch. It's just not good. It's like other than the bullshit, like when Wale was on there going crazy,
when Yachty was on there.
That's the only one I watched. The Yachty one.
It's like it's not. I really don't want to watch them two, like. Act being a weirdo, Joe being overly aggressive. I really don't want to watch them discuss random shit.
Joe admitted that he's like saucing a lot of the overreactions.
You know he is.
Like, and it's just like, I would have respected it. If you was really that passionate about the shit, I would have respected it. But now that I know your go-to is like, I'm going to yell at Academics and I'm going to yell at Lil Yachty and tell them that you're not happy. I'm like, I can't watch this shit.
How do you tell someone they're not happy?
Yeah.
Sounds like an angry, bitter old head.
He's an angry, bitter old man.
Anywho.
All right, so before we get into this main topic, any thoughts on YDNs? Do y'all know what YDNs are?
Young dirty niggas?
Young dirty niggas.
Oh, that's a new one.
Did you really know that, or did you?
No, I seen his video. I seen his snap.
Matt's been having a lot of run-ins with young dirty niggas lately. I had a run-in earlier at Barney's with some young dirty niggas.
That was funny.
They basically came in
one,
and you come up when you go in Barney's Co-op, you walk up some steps and like on the landing is a big ass sign that says 50% off. But all young dirty niggas know how to read is what's in the big print and not the fine print. So they missed the select items up to 50% off. So they're literally in the store making up sales for everything. Yeah. Even though what's on sale clearly says sale above it.
Right.
So they like, yo, these $5.75, so what's these half off? What's these $286.50? Like they just like throwing numbers.
What's your calculator?
I know, like what calculation?
They throwing numbers at all of the chicks that work there, and I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna be bad. Like, and they literally just walked around and just made up sales for 20 minutes and just got on everybody that worked their nerves. And I was like, I'm gonna leave for they steal, because last time I was in there, somebody stole some shit. Nigga tried on a pair of Alexander McQueen sneakers and was like, yeah, this one feel a little tight. Can I try on the other shoe just so I could, see if it's both feet or just one? And then he sent the girl in the back and was like, yeah, these are a little too tight. Can you get me a size up? And then darted out the store.
Oh my God.
I said, yo, you niggas watch too much Power. Like, y'all seen Tyreek walk out with the Jordans on Power and was like, yo, that's the wave, yo.
I told you, I seen a chick come out of Zara with a mountain of clothes in her hand. Like, and like on some like she worked there, like she was supposed to be doing
bringing the stock out to the
she
street.
just came out and then started power walking down Walnut. I'm like, is that bitch just still
Everything.
And all the people came running out looking around, and I'm like,
And she was gone.
like, yeah, that bitch was gone. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Crazy.
Boosting, man.
I never got that shit. Like that shit is too risky. Like
yo, that's a different.
Got it.
That's a different level of balls that you need to be out here
like,
boosted because that fucking getting handcuffed to the little chair in the back of the office, John, while they wait for the police to come.
That's
get
embarrassing.
You, that shit is nutty. Like.
Yeah, getting court boosted.
Getting court boosted is that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yo, you gotta know that at any given time,
you can get
it's a 50-50 shot of you getting caught. Like
I know somebody who did that shit your man did. Like he went in the John, put on like 3 or 4 shirts and put his jacket on and walked the fuck out. And they caught him in the parking lot and shit. I'm like, yeah, when you come out out into the lot and they like, excuse me. You gotta run.
You gotta go.
You have to just
But
run.
you seen them chicks that had got the guard beat the
behind.
shit out of them
Start
chicks
running.
that was still in Victoria's Secret that time?
And they was like, shut up. And they
Yeah, they was like literally like beating them to the ground, snatching the stuff out their bag and everything. Like swinging her around like by her scarf and everything. For some Victoria's Secret.
Remember the young John in the mall took
in
all
Grove?
Yeah.
He ran out to their car.
Yeah.
That was the one, right? That was
the same
Vicky's
one?
Secret that they had.
No. I'm talking about the young. They was in. The girl was filming it like, oh my god.
And
And
oh, she had the big ass trash
she
bag.
took the trash bag.
She cleared the whole front rack of the joint.
Oh, yeah.
And the lady was recording, but they like, oh my god, y'all really just gonna steal? They was like, mind your business.
Yeah.
And just walked out with the bag.
It's like you like once that's on tape.
You're done.
Your face.
You're done.
Like,
My joint is the fact that like people be bigging that shit up. Like,
I mean, it's cool when you get away with it. Like,
it's poor shit, man.
it is poor shit, but I'm here to buy everything.
I'm about to say
I
it's
have
cool
on.
when you buying it
I
too.
can
Like,
understand that.
I buy it.
if you buying it, you're on the cool end.
But I don't know, man. I told you before. I just shit like that. I just never did. I don't
Yeah, I ain't doing it, but I'm definitely here waiting for you with a check when you get to the finish line.
Even after, I'm still looking at you like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
No, you're still, don't get it fucked up. You're still dirty, but I want what you have.
You're still dirty.
You're still a dirt ball, but I want
I'll
but I
buy
want
it.
those Gucci shirts for 50% off. Like, I need them.
That's fucking crazy.
It's adding to my tricking budget. You know what I'm saying? I need to save money somewhere.
More money to spend at the club.
what were we just talking about?
How do we even get to
Yeah,
that?
how do we get to that?
Oh, young dirty niggas.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
YDNs.
yeah. Nah, the young dirty niggas I dealt with the other day, man, with the football.
The
helmets.
football helmets.
Just like, man, y'all done
You
reached.
collecting change or something?
They snuck on the bus, and I told him, I'm like, look, y'all ain't got to sneak on the bus, man. Y'all, like, just come up here and say you ain't. And he's like, oh, hey, look, real shit, I ain't trying to hear all that. And I'm like,
What?
yo, you like 13, yo. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the other one was like, bet we had money, we come to get back on the bus. I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. I pull out the John. These niggas is standing in the intersection with football helmets asking for money, and I'm like. I'm like, what are y'all playing? Like NFL Blitz? Like, it's just it's two little dirty niggas. One got a red football helmet, the other one got a black football helmet, and I'm like, they ain't got no banners, no signs.
Just scrambling.
Like I remember back in I'm from Penrose, like the Eastwood Commandos. That was the drill team, and I remember these girls they was the shit. They would march down 78th Street to Lindbergh, and it was like 20 of them, and the moms would be with them, and
That's how the
all
North
the
Philly
niggas
ones
playing
used
the
to do,
drums
too.
and all that shit. Now it just be little kids in school uniforms with cowboy boots standing at the fucking light, and it's just it's ridiculous. It's like
It's not the same.
the begging. Oh my god! Seeing them little niggas over there, I was just like, they really out
That's
there.
really
with
teaching them to beg. It's like, if you
Yeah.
want to earn, go earn. Go say, can I help you clean? Can I help you pick up this? Go earn. Don't
We
just
don't want
say,
that to
"Can I
become a
have?"
lifestyle. 'Cause
Right.
then you become an old nigga that's,
Begging.
can I
get
shovel
over
your
there?
front? It's like,
Remember they used to be at the gas station?
No,
willing
I
to
was
pump
about
your
to tell
gas?
you, listen, we used to play football. Shout out everybody we used to play football with Deep and shit at Elmwood, right? Mm-hmm. We play the white boys at Elmwood. We go up to fucking Finnegan's and play them niggas up there. We used to play like tackle football on the weekends and shit. So we went to play football. I just bought a LeSabre. Remember when those were hot? I had a 03 LeSabre and like 05. And I mean, it had all the
loaded.
All the Wim Whams and the Zuzus. Like, that shit was loaded. Fucking, I just bought this new LeSabre, whatever. So we get done playing football. I'm like, you know, we playing tackle football. So I'm dirty, got rips in my sweats. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we go to the gas station to go get some Dutchess. I go in the store. My man Steph, he sees a chick like down the street. He hops in the driver's side of my car and takes off. So
oh my God.
I come out. He texts me like, "Yeah, I went after this bitch. I'll be right back." I'm like, "All right." So now I'm at the gas station. I'm like, "What the fuck?" My older neighbor, Miss Mary, she's an older white lady, lived on my block. Like my block was like mixed.
Yeah.
She pulls up. And she says, "Hey Matthew, you know," I'm like, "Oh, what's going on, Miss Mary?" And she, older lady, she like 75 years old. So she was like, you know, getting out to like do it. I'm like, "You need some help?" And she was like, "Do you mind?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool." And I did her card for her or whatever. She gave me her PIN number. I'm like, Mary, trusting like shit. she gave the PIN number to me, whatever. I put the shit in and I gave her a card back. I was like, "I'll pump the gas. You go and sit in the car." So now I'm pumping the gas, and out of nowhere I hear, "Oh my God, is that Matt?" It's my ex, and like two of her friends pull up. I'm dirty as shit pumping this lady's gas at the gas station.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta explain to them like, "No, I'm not."
No, I ain't working.
Like, no, we just got done playing football. My man, yo, I felt like such a weirdo. I don't see how niggas can do this shit for a living. I looked horrible, yo. This shit was so bad. But yeah, the motherfuckers really be grown men. We get on that last week. We grown men. I remember when it used to be young boys. Be like, "Yo, OG, can I shovel you from $5?" It'd be grown ass niggas.
Right.
I see
grown niggas.
It's been, I don't know if y'all seen. It's been this like post floating around social media that says it's not what you think. It says it says the post says, "We teach our daughters to be independent women, and we baby our sons, creating a generation of men that don't want to work and don't have no sense of being a man." And I'm like, yo, that shit is absolutely right, because I think about like my girl cousins and shit. They got sons, and they sons is never wrong, no matter what they do, and it's from a young age. And it's like, yo, little nigga 4 going to school, getting suspended and shit like that, and you want to know what the teacher did to make him react that way instead of why the fuck your son is acting this way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now he's suspended for 2 days. You take off work to sit home with the little nigga instead of whooping his fucking ass and trying to get, you know what I'm saying, and trying to make the shit right with the teacher and get him back in the school.
Yes.
You enabling his behavior. So when he gets 16, 17, when you stop able to give him money, then he's just going to be asking his little girlfriend or whatever for it, instead of getting a fucking job and going to work for it. And it's just like, that shit is like
These
super
niggas.
duper real.
Yo, after the whole begging epidemic I had the other day on the bus, I was so irritated. I was so sick of niggas. Because when niggas get on the bus and don't pay, you just hit the number 6. It's
Really?
like the fare evasion. I hit that shit 157 times. Yo, no bullshit. 157 times. That's crazy. I was just like, I'm sick of niggas. Like, niggas is just irritated. Like, I just don't even like them right now. I'm sitting in my car in front of my depot. The nigga walks up with a shopping cart. And he was like, "Yo, I tally it off for $1." I'm like, "Nigga, get the fuck away."
I'll tally it off.
Tally it off for $1. Wow.
Oh my God.
What the fuck did niggas do to deserve this, yo? That shit is crazy, man. It's a goddamn shame, for real, for real. I don't even want to go back in, because
We gonna go on a whole tangent and down a rabbit hole.
Because I work too hard, man. And that's the joint. It's like, you don't got to be Puff, you don't gotta be, you know, the CEO of this. You don't got, but just work. Chad will tell you. Chad
I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and I'm like, listen, I can't wait till men get back to being men and understanding that, one, shit is not always going to go your way. It's usually going to go the opposite of your way.
Yes.
And 2, because of that, your job as a man is to figure it the fuck out.
Yes.
Like, stop being a fucking
Everybody
baby
figure it out.
and expecting that somebody's owe you something or somebody's going to give you something. Nothing is promised to nobody in life, especially a black man in America. The opposite is the truth. And you ain't promised shit.
Right.
So to have this like weird sense of entitlement, like somebody's holding you back. Yes, they are holding you back.
Yes.
You gotta get up off your ass and work harder to achieve what you want to achieve.
I got an old homie, man, who, this was like, no bullshit, like 2005. He was going to play his daughter's birthday. for the Big Four.
Yeah.
And he got in a big fight with his girl that day, and the cops came, this and the third. Long story short, he didn't go play the number. It came out straight. And he would have won $25,000. You know, he played a $5 straight. And he, like, blames that for, like, the last 8-9 years. And I'm like...
Really?
Like, fam, you know it was like mad other days. Like, you could have did something productive.
Like, you gotta let that shit go, dog. Like,
that shit would have been gone by now anyway.
He would have snorted or smoked that shit up in one bad summer.
It's like real shit. It's like...
You'd have bought 3 dirt bikes and been done with that shit.
It's wilder because I at one point did it. Like, where you blame society and you know, and I used to say shit like,
that shit,
like, yo, they got
grinds
me,
my
like,
gear.
yo, they got me fucked up out
that.
here. Like, I ain't got no gig. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even a felon. Like, what am I saying?
Right, like, there's nothing stopping you from getting a job.
And it's just like, yeah, and it's like, honestly, I feel like the worst shit for us, and I fuck with Rick Ross so much, man. But that I'm a boss shit, it fucked up our whole younger.
A lot of people.
And like, niggas had this thing now where it's like, if you ain't the boss, you ain't nothing. And that's a dumbass mentality.
It's an all or nothing mentality that has developed amongst like young black men that's like being directly influenced by like rap culture. And it's kind of like why I was like, I love this shit because I grew up in it, but I hate it because I see like how it's like poison.
Like, you got
these
chicks
young
that say
black
shit like,
men.
"Oh, I only talk to the boss." It's just like, no, you don't.
You don't even know. Yeah,
And the thing is, there's so many
boss.
different levels of being a boss. Like, if you anything in like corporate America is like, you got VPs, you got an SVP, you got an EVP, you got a president, you got a CEO, you got a board of directors. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
everybody's doing good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody report to somebody, but everybody's doing good. Lenny S is a good friend of mine, and he's like, yo, I work for Rock Nation. I work for Jay-Z. Tata's my boss. I can never get fired. It's fucking fantastic. Like, I'm cool in my position. I don't want to try to do nothing to usurp my man or try to go around him or nothing like that. My man is my boss, and I make a lot of fucking money. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. And there are bosses
I'm secure in my role.
There are bosses
that doesn't mean you stop working because you
who own like people in my job own cleaning companies, own
and they
this
still go
and
clean.
It's just like it's this shit. It's just like what it is. It's like the being able-bodied and that's the part that fucks me up. It's like young, in shape niggas that
doing
can do
nothing.
all kinds of shit.
That choose to do nothing.
Like, I'm not about to do manual labor. I'm just not. I'd be all the way live with you. I'm just not. I won't do it. But it's like, yo, nigga, you can go work at a construction site and make $19, $18 hours.
But they won't do it. They be like, I'm not working outside. I'm not working out. Like, what?
But you can't be a boss without workers. And it's like, what would the world be if everybody was a boss?
Yeah,
all these chiefs, no Indians.
It's not going to happen. It can't happen that way.
But the motherfuckers don't even be having the basic understanding of what the worker does, but you want to be in charge of some shit.
Right.
We got like the fake CEO wave right now is like at an all-time high. Like everybody got a clothing line and I respect y'all entrepreneurial spirit, but y'all, a lot of people are doing it for the wrong reason. They're doing it to say, oh yeah, come by my store. You know I got such. But it's not like you don't really even give a fuck about it because like your store hours is like 1 to 5. Like you're not even like
close it on random days. They'll be like, today we're closed. What's the consistency? H&M not closed,
right?
Okay, like I'm gonna take my butt over
the person that owns Zara is worth like $97 billion or some shit now. They open every motherfucking day.
Yes,
they open on Sundays until 8 at night. Everything else on Walnut Street closed at 6. They open till 8.
Memorial Day.
We don't give no fucks. You know why? Because somebody somewhere needs some Gucci knockoff shit to wear today. That's why. And they gonna come here to fucking get it, and we gonna be open for them. Yeah. And if we ain't open, the fucking online store is open 24/7.
Or just the service you get from some of these people. It's just like
not
professional.
Very unprofessional.
You know, it's just,
we talk about that ad nauseum.
I'm about to say, are we gonna get into that?
Silly ass niggas. Somebody had hit me in the email was like, yo, you really like don't like niggas, and I'm like,
no. Unapologetic about it. No, I don't.
Because it just
fuck. In the words of Charlie Murphy, fuck niggas.
Yo, black man and niggas. I'm here to take niggas
out.
You know what I mean? Real shit. Like niggas get on my nerves.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. You want to get to the main topic? Let's go.
All right. So what? The main topic of today's show is: do you want a dad or a man? And we want to go a lot of different ways with this, but what started this topic was this exact text message.
Do you have it or
I have it?
Oh, okay.
I'm almost tempted to like have one of the young ladies read the lady part, and then I'll be the guy. All right. So, all
I
right.
was gonna say let Rod do it, her fake.
The gray is you. So you're gonna start.
Frustrated, trying to come up with extra money because got rent money ordered and internet bill money, but forgot about something else, and I used the extra money on my son and gas.
Dang, I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Yeah, that's why I don't entertain dudes. No point in having one around.
LOL. Wait, what did that have to do with anything?
Your comment back reminds me why I don't entertain or talk to other dudes.
I barely even know you. I'm just supposed to be like, here you go handle that.
Okay, don't text me, please. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
So that leads me to the question: is in dating, women in general. And I have two beautiful young ladies in the studio today. Do women overall? Because I know y'all having a lot of conversations. Are women looking for a partner or like a dad, somebody to take care of them?
You want to go first, Nick?
I would say it depends on the upbringing of the woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up with my father. I didn't have a mother. My dad raised two girls. Shout out to Gregory. By himself, a year apart.
Yeah,
So we only a year apart. And I wouldn't say that I would look for a father out of a guy, but I would look for some of my father's attributes. So, yeah, that's pretty much as far as I go. But I think most women are looking for, a father, because a lot of them don't have fathers. So they do look for that, look for a guy to kind of play that father figure role in their lives. I've seen it with a lot of my friends.
I feel it's upbringing, man.
It really is upbringing.
I feel it's also, I agree with the upbringing, but I think they have daddy issues on two perspectives, like daddy issues with the father being absent and daddy issues with having a 2-parent household and the father was the breadwinner and took care of everything. So they expect their mate or whoever they, decide to be with to do the exact same thing. But I have a girlfriend like that, and she's like, oh, if he's not like my dad, I don't want him. But at the end of the day, your mom and people who are in those type of relationships have to pay a price for that type of relationship at the end of the day. Like, I grew up in a single-parent household. Like, my mom and dad weren't together, but I always saw my mom when she, had her boyfriend, she was, the nurturer. Like, she was the cater to your man, cook dinner. Like, I saw that growing up, so that's how I look at things. Like, I'm going to be the nurturer. I'm going to be the one to cook dinner and massage your, your feet, or if your back hurt or whatever. I'm that type of woman. But I know women who is like, gimme, 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 and nothing is being reciprocated. So it's definitely a big part of your upbringing.
It is.
It's a big difference from, you taking care of things and don't fucking talk to me if you're not giving me anything.
That's
the don't
different.
check for me unless you got to check for me mentality.
But they're looking for the help.
Yeah, they're
not looking
they looking for the Captain Save.
And she has a kid, and that's another thing. Single parent, single moms, young single moms, they're looking for the help. Yeah. They're not really looking for relationship companionship, especially if you got more than one kid. One kid they might can manage, and still look for love. But once you cross that 2-kid mark and you still a single parent, they're looking for the help. They're looking for somebody to come in and play dad, take care of the bills, and that's it. So
what I've kind of come to the conclusion of with this is that in urban environments all around America, women have gotten to a point where they need the help so bad they can't even hide the shit or massage it, and they just dead at you with it, and it's like, we just gonna cut to the chase. Either you got some bread for me or you don't, and if you don't, you can get the fuck out of here because such and such on my line, and he might got it for me. I got girl cousins, they vicious. They're like, yo, I need $5,000 just to talk to you.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, well, what's the difference between a guy that give you the 5 and one that don't? She's like, oh, here's the fucked up part. Oh, he's a lame either way. But if he give me the 5, he's a lame that I might like. Oh. And if he give me 25, it's a possibility that I'm gonna talk to him again, but nothing is promised. I'm like, yo, you're fucking insane.
That's crazy.
But in that message, even in that text message, that girl wasn't direct. She beat around the bush.
Oh yeah. So she definitely hit him with
she came left field with
I'm irked.
Oh, I'm irked.
Yeah.
But you weren't direct. You didn't say, hey, can you help me out? She just
because she didn't want to seem needy.
She wanted him to say, well, do you need help?
Wow. I remember a girl I met. This was 07, 06. It was a while ago.
Decade ago.
Yeah. But I remember we met. I got her number. She was nice looking. Whatever. We exchanged numbers. I hit her maybe like the third day into talking. She was like, and at the time I'm,
a little green.
I'm a little green, but I'm still me. I'm still, So she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so annoyed right now." Like that's how we had a sidekick.
Yeah.
That's how the joint
wow.
started.
Yeah. How long ago that was?
I never forget it. Like opening the shit and it was like
that shit up the screen.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, you see what my hands is?" Like I'm looking at this shit. Like I flipped the shit open. I'm like, and it said, "I'm so annoyed." And I remember hitting her like, "What's wrong?" And she was like, "I just lost money. I lost $260. Did I had to do something?" And I'm like, "Well, you want me to come help you like look for it?" Like, and she was like, "What?" She's like, "All right, yeah, because I'm annoyed and you just gonna make me more annoyed. I'm gonna hit you back." And then like we kind of just like lost touch afterwards. And I'm looking back from like as time has went on,
it was a ploy.
She wanted you
Right.
That was the breadcrumbs.
But the kicker is, I would have really helped her look for this shit.
Right.
Said like, "All right, well, where was you last? Like, where did
We're gonna retrace these steps.
Like, where did you come from today?" You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's the type of dude I am. Like, you posted, we gonna go look for this shit.
Right.
But it's like I didn't realize I was supposed to be like, "Here, man, I got cash. Don't worry about that shit." But it's like those Johns are the shit. Like, I understand what you're saying, and I get what you're saying. Like having your dad, not having your dad, watching your mom do this and that. It's a difference when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm in a relationship. I pay like me and my girl have a joint account, and the majority of my check goes into the joint account, and then she takes care of everything. One, we trust each other, so it's like that's no shit to worry about. But it's just like, we're in a real relationship with real goals, with real things. This isn't some like
this ain't no fly by night shit. You want a real partnership.
If I meet her and then like that week she like, "Yo, I need $400 for this," it's just like,
go that way.
What?
But
Like,
then you have women who determine their relationships based upon what is only being given.
Yes.
Like, oh, we can't be this, or if a guy, he not giving you. Cutting no checks, like why you even take them serious? Like
the
it's
whole
nothing
cutting of checks.
Like
remember,
that
I like
crazy.
a couple. I had this whole thing like, what is a check?
I mean, any form of money, like to get your hair done.
A girl on Twitter said that $300 is not a check, and I'm like, bitch, you crazy. Again, $300 is a check.
$300 is more than what you had in your pocket.
You want to hear how green I was? 2009 was like the first time I ever heard that. Like, yeah, can you cut me a check? I was like, I mean, I got a checkbook. I really was going to write this bitch a check because I thought it was like a real thing.
Oh
but it's like,
God.
and that was where I started the whole like, what is a check? Like what to you? Like, is it $30, $300, $30,000? You know what I'm saying? There's people who really, levels to that shit. Like it is levels, and that's the crazy part. It's like, remember I said to you back when I was a young boy, I like the super tight chicks that I used to be like, damn, like she. Like the super unfuckwittable bitches. Yeah. You get older and you realize they touchable as shit. You just gotta give them cash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They for sale.
For sale. And then it's just like that's become a real thing.
Yeah, my man Mike Black used to say all the time that he used to say, "I don't want no chick in no expensive outfit because I'm not buying the next one." He's like that shit come with it come with a tab, and it's like ultimately as a man it's like, what do you want to take on?
Right.
And if going in like, all right, like if a chick asking you for money on day 3, it don't get no better or no different. Like the request is only going to get more and more absurd because a woman, whether she like you or she don't like you, she gonna test you in one way or another just to see where you at, just to see like, is this somebody that's gonna put their foot down and say, fuck no, I'm not doing that? Or is he just gonna be like, oh yeah, cool. And at that point it's like, all right, well now how much can I get out of you? Now it's like a race to milk you. And it's like, how much can I get out of you?
Yeah, I don't know what
or get rid of you.
I don't know what happened to the days of like meeting somebody, liking them, getting to know them.
I'm still an advocate for it.
I am too.
Still an advocate for it, but it's just hard because first of all,
y'all done fucked that up. $200 dates.
No,
it's like, I'm not
going on some cheap dates
personally. But see how you called it? Cheap dates.
Well, I'm saying it wasn't costly. I've gone on dates just for the fun of it. Like, let's go take a walk. Let's go on a hike.
Go to Harbor Park or something.
Let's go to you don't have to have an expensive day. You just want to spend time with the person that actually converse.
Women have done that now.
Yes.
So like the $200 date was
it's a thing. Yeah.
But it makes it worse because the guys, like, you may have a women like Nikki and myself who really just want to get to know a man just for who he is, like, and establish some type of relationship. And then you'll have guys looking, if you're nice looking, they automatically assume like you're into that type of shit.
They do.
And then they be like expecting that from you, or they treat you a certain way. You be like, damn, like I didn't even give you that type of, aura about me. You already like judging me. Like you think because I'm nice looking, I want to check from you. I want something from you. No, I just want to kick it with you, get to know you, find out what you about. Like they automatically think it's about the check. So it fucks it all up.
Steve
like,
Harvey even mentioned that in his book. He had said something like that. He was like, some men look at a woman and say, is she going to cost me or is it just going to be a cheap thrill? Because there's some women that just come across as like, I might have to put a little extra into her. And then some people like, I won't have to do much.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at the same time, like, niggas have fucked it up. Like,
no, that's where I was going next. Niggas have totally fucked it up because men have taken the courtship and the element of dating out of the equation. A nigga think because he follow a woman on social media for 4 months that he know her, and now it's just time to fuck because you gave me a number. So it's like you're not even trying to entertain this woman in no type of manner or show her why you interested in her or show her what you like about her compared to a different woman.
It's a vicious cycle though, because the chick will go on Instagram and the posts will just be titties.
Yeah.
And it's like, you post a picture from your chin down. We don't even
only titties.
Only titties.
So it's like you can't even get mad at the boy that turns around and is like, yo, look.
That's what I want from you. Like, that's what I want.
So it's like the whole court. Like, honestly, social media kind of fucked
it. Has messed it up.
And like, I was talking to one of my homies yesterday, and I'm just like, social media has gotten to the point where it's like, it's so ridiculous. To the like, I fell back from like posting my whereabouts when I go somewhere, when I get something, when I buy. Because I used to do it, like just posting every little random thing.
Right.
And it's like I do shit now, but it's like I used to post poker shit every night, like all these chips, and I'm doing this, that, and that. And I don't even do that now. It's just a lot of shit. Social media to me has kind of just ruined.
Yes.
Like you got my motherfucker lay his jeans on the bed with the sneaks he wearing.
Yes.
630. It's just like, why are we like this stupid shit? It's so. I feel like social media has literally made it to. It's all about what you can get. So that's where motherfuckers have turned into like a chick is like, yeah, I'll fuck a boy if he buy me some red bottoms because I can put them shits on Instagram and motherfuckers know I got. It's literally there are chicks I follow who literally they don't post any. They post their kids and then they shoes.
Yeah,
and then the shoes they want. And this shit is crazy.
And a lot of that should be monkey see, monkey do. Like
that's all
a chick will see another chick like with a man or a boyfriend that may be getting a couple of dollars and they're doing X, Y, and Z and they're like, oh, I want to do that too. So I'm like, yo, stop dicking.
You don't know what's behind that picture. You don't
know.
You
don't even know
the story. So
busy like looking
you don't
at
know if she had to get that nigga 100 threesomes to get them shoes. Like
you don't know the black guy behind that concealer. You don't know what's going on.
Right. It's a lot of stuff that people just like social media, like Matt said, is just too much. Like it's a facade on there, so everybody's like trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like stay in your own lane. Like everybody,
do what makes.
Don't get me started. This shit pisses me off. You can see my blood boiling. Like
yeah, people are just high off of perception.
I think the worst thing is like being single in that type of era. Like with the whole like if you want a man or you want a dad. Like when you have a guy, like I've dated guys with money and I've dated, normal Joe Schmoes. What was the tweet that Chad put up about what's his name? Somebody that works at the bank versus somebody else, like a basketball player, like chicks want to date a basketball player.
No, I said it was like something to the effect of like the problem with most relationships is you can't appreciate Keith from the bank because you think you should be with a ball player.
Exactly.
Like, or you think you should be with fucking Trey Songz or Chris Brown or somebody like that.
Bitches go, excuse me. Bitches is crazy. Like they go on Instagram and like they man crushes and all that shit. It's Nas, the nigga from Love and Hip Hop that he's always on there. The super black nigga from the Tyler Perry movies, and
who Idris Elba?
Idris Elba.
No, the one that was the pharmacist.
Oh, Lance Gross.
Oh, Lance Gross.
Okay. Yeah, and who's the other nigga? Trey Songz. It's just like. Yo,
it's a revolving door.
You know it's cool to like date someone regular.
Like, right. You regular, right?
You know you're not gonna
get not gonna get that nigga.
Like yeah, so
Nas security gonna tase you, right?
It's like I feel like
can a girl dream?
Women. It's funny watching it. This is like you'll be a groupie for Drake, but the regular guy has to give you this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
It's just.
But here's the thing. take it a level deeper, the regular guy be coming through doing all that shit that she say she want.
Right.
He'd be fucking taking her little bastard son to football practice.
Bastard son.
Taking her daughter to fucking ballet practice. Dropping off money every first of the month. Whatever extra little shit she need. Taking her vacations. All that shit. Picking up the slack that the last nigga that hates you not doing. And you still will be like, it's just so boring. Like, and you just looking for something else. You want a nigga to cheat on you and kick you in your ass every now and again. It's just like, yo, y'all crazy.
No.
But everybody don't realize it's a price to pay. Like, I say this all the time. I remember this chick on Twitter was going off about her next boyfriend was going to do everything for her. He was going to pay all the bills and don't tell her she crazy. I was like, yo, it comes with a price. Yeah. Like, that nigga going to do what the fuck he wants. Like, niggas do what they want without paying a fucking thing. Like, you think he's not going to do what he wants?
Poor niggas who got girls that do everything for them and they still doing whatever they want.
Right.
So
I
imagine,
have a friend that just was going through
so
that.
imagine if he got the bag.
Exactly.
He's super doing whatever he
He's
wants.
doing what he
Yes,
wants.
true.
And she's like, no, like, you trip. I'm like, you're bugging if you think it's not going to
Let's
be
get
that
somebody
way.
that's
Like,
just in the middle, you know.
Like this generation, I saw a chick yesterday on Twitter. She screenshot Bull hitting her up. Did you see? I posted that shit, and it's just like you give your number to somebody, he hits you up,
I did see
Now
that.
he
Posted.
thirsty.
He's calling
I seen
weird.
That. I seen
and then,
it.
and then you
then he called him weird.
screenshot and posted like, "Yo, fellas, this shit not cool," and it's like,
what did he do?
Why not just reply back?
why not just be like, "Yo, I'm good,"
Yeah.
or
Yes.
lose a number? Is anything?
Yes.
But it's just like
I went on that thread. She said that she didn't give him her number. That's why she did that. She's like, well, I only did that because I didn't give him my number. He
But why was it for everybody to
But
know?
that's something. If
you
you want to show it, like,
you want to show people that
group chat or
somebody
something.
wants you. Oh, wow, somebody wants you.
Big deal.
That's
Big deal.
basically what
Up.
she's trying to say. Oh.
Yeah. Like either way, sis, you look lame. Whether he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like because it's like one lame turn don't deserve another.
Right.
And we've gotten to the point where everything is for show. Like it's like nothing is like
sacred.
sacred or personal.
Nothing.
Like everything is for the timeline. And then the minute when something that you put out there don't go your way, then you mad at everybody because you the bid now. And it's like, yo, you put the shit out there. Like, why you
Right.
mad at us? Like,
Now you
we've
want
seen
to go
that
missing.
happen a lot of times on Instagram. People like
flexing
beefing,
going wrong.
guys and their girlfriends going at it with each other, putting up naked pics of each other, and then they back together. And you're like, what was the purpose? Now you two look like clowns.
yep.
I
Two
think
clowns, and I'll be like, and when I see stuff like that, I'll be like, y'all deserve each other. Y'all
Yes.
two clowns right
clowns
along
in a
together.
Yes.
Because you expose me on any type of social media,
That's
I'm
it.
putting you in a
That's it.
headlock, like flat out.
Nah, somebody got to fuck you up.
True. I'm not saying anything. I'm keeping
No.
calm, staying quiet, but yeah.
You ain't
That's it.
getting off with no headlock.
No.
Somebody got to do damage to you.
Yeah, like I
Like,
feel
nah.
that goes back to what I was saying, though, man, about the social media, and it's just like motherfuckers use it for the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's turned into a platform for goofiness, for dumb shit, for silly, and it's just like for what? Like what you getting out? Like somebody was at me the other day, like a fake page. Like I guess somebody was. The wife found out about the side chick, but just I don't know. She made this page. She was adding like all of the fake everybody knows everybody motherfuckers
Trying to get their attention.
Yeah, and it was like I seen AO me, and it was just like, what the fuck is? I blocked them. Then she made another page, and it came down. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, look, don't involve me in this because I don't take to it. I see it. I block it. I go on about my business. It's like I really don't care about your life enough to want to like be into your whole bit, like, and that's another thing we got to do as people, as all like dating. If you're not, stop giving a fuck about the next person's failure or the next person's loss. I feel like we've gotten so deep into that to where like a motherfucker get like being the bid here in Philly is like, all right, yeah, it's funny sometimes, but some of the Jones I really just be like,
cut
this
it
shit
out.
ain't even dope.
Right.
Like it's just like the romper shit. I didn't really think it was funny, but it was like it's not a personal attack on somebody.
Yeah,
when it's a
true.
personal attack on somebody, me as a 30-year-old, I really don't give a fuck. Like I really just be like, I'm not fucking with this, because it's just like for what.
Right.
Like real, like motherfuckers think that shit is a joke. Like that's cyberbullying. That motherfuckers be depressed and
that shit
Right.
is very
That shit is
real.
real.
So it's just like, especially with this platform where it's become all motherfuckers know now, and people wake up, they check their timeline before they check their phone calls. So it's just like it's the thing. It moves the world. You know what I'm saying? I just don't even play like that. Like certain shit I see, that shit's corny. I keep it the fuck moving. So it's like, yeah, we really have become where like everything is for the fucking timeline. And it's like with dating, I feel like motherfucker go on a date. Like, yo, you want to go on a date? Cool, we go on a date. The first fucking thing you do is take a picture of the fucking place. It's just like everything with the what's it called? The shit in the top left.
The snap.
No, the like where you are.
Like
the location.
Okay.
Like put the location on or what restaurant you in and do some stupid ass caption. You know what I'm saying?
So the whole entire date is wasted on social media. Do you ever say, "Let me put my phone away and talk"? And
they're not even conversing with each other.
Even sometimes just being out with my spouse, I'm like, I'm on my phone too much. Let me put it away so we can just talk. Because you'll notice yourself just picking it up just to look, not even really looking at anything much. You just go like this.
I remember when I was like so into my social media, and my girl was like so annoyed with it. I remember we went out with her. She took my phone and put it on top of her phone and was like, first one to grab the phone pays for the bill. And I was like, shit, I have $50. my fucking phone back. And it's just like, yeah, that shit is really a thing. Like, motherfuckers really, so like you say, the whole going out on a nice date, enjoying somebody's company, it's kind of like lost because of Instagram.
And then people really feel like they know each other. They like already know everything. I
follow her on Instagram.
I see your grandmom's page. I see your aunts. I know.
You don't know me, bruh.
Like,
you got a little background, but you don't know me.
Do extensive research now based off of social media.
But you know what the fucked up thing about social media is too? Like with dating, like everybody has their own set of rules that they think are like set in stone. Like,
and all that shit is negotiable.
Exactly. Like,
wait, what you mean?
I remember one time I tweeted like, I think that women are like, when we were talking about the $200 date thing, I think that women, go overboard about it because they can't afford to do that themselves.
True.
And I fucking had.
I know your shit was Beirut.
Listen, I had chicks coming from left and right, like, what the fuck you mean? I'm just saying, like, if you could pay for it yourself, like, I'm not talking about you, like, so why are you getting offended?
But here's
like,
the thing, it wouldn't be such a point of reference if it was the norm. So only somebody that's not used to that is going to prop that up and make it a thing to begin with. It just is what it is.
Right.
Like if you a foodie or you go to nice restaurants, that just comes with the territory. But it's, people with real money, it's tacky to even discuss certain shit like that. Like you go out with I go out with certain people, they fight over who paid the bill. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a thing to let me Instagram the bill.
The bill.
It's just like you a
that's so
tacky.
When did that become like
a Instagram and the bill?
That is so tacky.
So tacky.
So
tacky.
Yeah.
Tacky.
We eating good over here.
Yeah.
Broke ass niggas.
Right. And y'all up fucking not speaking the next day.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't order that damn
yes, I hate that.
chicken
I just
Caesar
like
salad.
Let's all just split it
like, what?
easily. Or what, people want to break it down and pull out the calculator on gratuity and
split this tip. I only had 2 orders.
What's the tip?
I never forget, like, me and like bunch of niggas, man, we went out and the bill came and it got, it went crazy, and I just was like, listen, I was paying for one of my other homies because he handled. I'm like, listen, man, I took $100 bill out. The bill was like $2 something. I took $100 bill and left it on the table. It was like, we out. We just left.
I don't have time for this.
We got in the car.
Y'all figure that shit out amongst yourselves.
And it was only 200.
Damn. I heard, all right, we got a bean. So, and I'm like, y'all niggas, man.
So what we going to
do? Imagine being at Philippe Child and the bill is $18.60.
And everybody trying to figure it out.
And everybody's trying to figure this shit out. So it goes exactly like this. The bill come out, they take it to my cousin. He at the head of the table. He count out. He say, all right, I got me, the 2 young boys, such and such, $500. You got a $500 head start. It's 12 other niggas here.
Okay.
The bill come around. My one man, he give up $200. We had $700. My other man, he give up $200. I give up $200. We're at about like 11 something now. That last $700 was so painful. Grown men is like, yeah, well, I ain't really eat that much. So I'm like, nigga, you just sat down here and took pictures and all that bullshit for the last 2 hours, and you want to sit here and say what you didn't order and you ain't eat that much. I said, man, I threw about another $150 down and got the fuck up out of there. I said, listen, man, y'all figure this shit out amongst yourselves. When it was all said and done, I think I ended up paying like $400. My other man paid $400, and my cousin paid like damn near $1,000.
Why is always the people who order the most shit that never had no money at the end?
Nigga flat out said, yo, man, we could have went to Burger World. I ain't even really want to come here, but you sat down and ate.
Sat down and ate.
If you didn't want to come, you shouldn't have came.
What was that hookah bar, that real expensive hookah bar that used to be down Old City? that everybody used to get dressed up and go to on like Sundays in the city?
It's a hookah bar.
It was like a hookah bar. Like they had like their real
B-side.
Okay.
We went down there for my homegirl birthday, and one of their little associate friends. Now, mind you, she don't never had no money. I'm talking about on 5 different occasions.
At least she consistent.
Yeah, she consistently never has no money. So we went out and for our girlfriend's birthday. So they're ordering bottles. So we have the hookah. The hookah's like $30 a pop. The bottles is like almost $200. So we got like 2 or 3 bottles, 2 or 3 hookahs. So this no money having bitch want to fucking order buffalo wings and fries. So the bill come around and she like, oh, I only got $60. Right? Like, bitch, we got 3 bottles, 3 hookahs, and your fucking wings. And you mean something you only got?
I only got a 60.
What? So that means we, like you say, we all have to chip in to make. I was like, that's y'all fucking friends. I just passing my side.
Did she drink and enjoy the hookah?
Yes, like we're all drinking, smoking together. Like you ain't offer me a wing or nothing. You want me to chip in for your fucking charity? Like that shit grinds my gear.
Like, all right, well the wings is 18, so I got 42 left to the rest of the tab.
Like what, lady?
Yeah.
Like
Bill $3,000. Like, well,
yeah.
I had the chicken tenders. So,
right.
Here goes my 15.
And chicken tenders and water. The water was free.
Right.
The water don't be free in some of these places.
No, especially if you get like the bottle like spring water.
No.
What's that? I forget. What's the water thing with a V? Like
I know
Voss water.
I know Aqua Panda. That shit like $9 in McCormick. And
Yeah,
Smith.
cheap. I was like, what the hell? I was like, this water cheap. I mean, high as shit.
But at the end of the day, I feel like if you're dating and you're courting someone, it's like money shouldn't even be a tie. It shouldn't even be a thing.
No,
it shouldn't. It's getting to know somebody, whatever. But once you start to where you like, I remember going out, man. Me and Ross, we was at what's that bar in West Philly? Mr. C's. You ever been there? Oh my Lord. I went up there. I went up there to meet a chick, and her cousin was in there. Her cousin was real nice, and the cousin like came up to my homie. He's like, "Hey, what's up with you?" And she was like, "What do you drive?"
Oh my
I'm
God.
like
Really?
from the rip. And he was like, "Yo, I almost." I'm like, what the fuck is you talking
Oh my
about?
God.
Quick reflex.
Yeah, she said that from the rip. What do you drive? And it was just like.
That shit is messed
People
up.
watch too much Love and Hip Hop and stuff.
Way too much love and hip-hop.
Too much.
Love and Hip-Hop.
Everything is surrounded around
Everything
love and
is
hip hop. The
around-
fucking way they
yes.
take their pictures on Instagram, all that shit. These fucking no look captions and shit.
One of the
It
questions
drives
we
me
had for this
crazy.
week, not to go in that real quick, but one of the questions I saw was, do you feel like programming is fucking up our culture?
Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
said, I'm like, hell
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
when we was young, like, the young kids don't have shows. They watch Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, they watch
no.
reality
We had
TV,
black
scripted
love
reality.
shows.
Young
Like,
Not
niggas,
mine.
7-year-olds watch SVU and shit. Like, you wonder why he's a serial rapist when he's 19. It's like,
He
we
watched
were-
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah,
Right.
we was young boys. We watched Family Matters and
Yes.
Step by
Yeah,
Step. and all
Sister,
that kind of shit.
TGI
like
Friday.
Martin.
All you and your friends are coming
My
in for
sisters
TGI
was
Friday.
sister fanatics.
Yeah, I love Sister
Yes.
Sister growing up.
Moesha and
Yeah,
all that.
Moesha and all them.
All that.
Yeah,
all
like-
All that, all the Nickelodeon.
Yes.
We were children. Like,
Yes.
we watched
It's not the
children's
same.
stuff.
Programming plays a big part in society right now. This is why you got young. All they worry about is red bottoms, rollies. Yeah, because they
Rolling,
see this
rolling.
shit all goddamn.
I hate that
television.
fucking song.
I hate that song too.
I didn't even hear that song
Awful. God awful. You don't want to.
You don't want
Yo,
to.
I didn't realize that the little baby that's gonna listen is Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it today. I'm like,
I
oh,
hate that
shit,
song,
I didn't know that
too.
was Kodak.
So you quoting that shit? You didn't even know who's saying
I don't quote that
You don't want that?
Yes,
I
you
need a little baby that's gonna listen.
Actually, I do say it.
baby?
I do say it to my dog. When she start ripping shit up, I'll be like, "Yo, I need a little baby that's gonna listen." The dog be going crazy. Oh shit! All right, let's get into some of these questions real quick, man.
I had got a good question via text.
Okay,
My homegirl, she says, when you are dating, do you treat the women that approach you differently than if you approach her?
Say that again.
When you are dating, do you treat women that approach you differently than ones that you approach?
Well, see, that's wild because I'm not attractive. So if a woman approaches me, it's like
It's lit.
This is lit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hell yeah.
So for the women, same question. Do
So-
you treat it like, how is the dynamic different if you approach a guy versus if he approach you?
I I'm not big on approaching guys. I'm really awkward when it comes to doing that. Like, I'm real goofy. So if I have the balls, like if I had the liquor courage to approach a guy, it's gonna be on some like I'm on some pimp shit. Like, I just bagged this nigga. Like, I'm not gonna take him serious. Like, I just bagged him. Like, but if he like took the time to approach me, it's gonna be like, okay, so you're trying to court. Like, I don't think women have the courting abilities. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's traditional.
I've approached a guy before. Like, I went up to him and was like, "What you drinking?" and purchased this drink. It's the spark of conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, you like what you like. If I see something I like and he take it too long to come over to me, I'm gonna go after him.
See, I'm childish. I did some childish shit.
You know, yeah, like he's taking a little too long. My girlfriend's pointing him out.
Hey, drink, little nigga.
Give my man a Zinfandel over there.
But that was some adult bullshit to do.
Yeah, you like, I want to go over there.
I can't do no shit like that. Well, I can. I just feel awkward doing it. Like,
some people just keep trying to get near the guy in hopes that he'll see me.
Nah,
sometimes you just gotta be straightforward. Like, look, I like you. I think you're cute. You know.
Hey, what you doing?
Hey, hey.
Oh, my bad. I ain't mean to bump you. Oh no, I meant to do that. Hi, my name's Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Ryan. All right. Real quick question. I know y'all aren't parents. Do you have kids?
Yes, I do. I have two.
Okay, you got kids?
No kids.
No? Well, me and Chad aren't parents, but I guess that's who she was referring to because she didn't know y'all were going to be.
Okay.
I know y'all aren't parents, but I respect the shit out of y'all, and I need advice. All right, so I'm a woman. I had a baby with a ain't shit nigga.
I knew that story.
Yeah, I knew better. Long story short, we lived together for 6 years, and I ended the relationship and moved out. When my son was 2, I'm reading this all fucked up. When I ended the relationship and moved out when my son was 2. He's now 5 and has no relationship with his dad whatsoever. I've tried to schedule time repeatedly so we can co-parent, and it just never happened. He'll text me out the blue every once, about 2 to 3 months or so. No exaggeration. I'm not going to child support because he doesn't have a job. My question is, should I force him to spend time with his son? Should I keep asking him, or should I just block him and chalk it all together? I honestly feel like him staying away is healthier for my son since he only talks to us every 60 to 90 days.
I wouldn't even trust him with my
She
child.
said, I want nothing to do with him romantically. I don't need his money. I'm very successful. I really just need to know if I should block him and try to protect my boy, or actually give him a shot to be there.
All right. What I would say is this: the fact that you have continually made an effort to make his father a part of his life, despite the fact that he's a piece of shit, is very, very commendable. However, there comes a time in every relationship, whether it be a friendship, dating relationship, parent-child relationship, whatever, where if somebody is just totally non-compliant, you have to just remove yourself from that person and allow them to see the error of their ways and how fucked up that they are being.
Right.
If being away from his son and not seeing his son is not hurting him in any type of way, this is somebody that is probably, if not never, it's going to take a very long time for him to see what he's missing out on. A man not being there for their child, and you miss so much. Like, you miss a lot on a kid just on a day-to-day basis, let alone year to year. So he's going to get to a point where not only is he going to miss out with his son, but his son's not even going to want to know him at the point where he decides to come around. So it's almost like you kind of almost got to like give him like a final warning, like, yo, I get it. You mad at me because I don't want to deal with you, blah, 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 but you're missing out on your son's life, and you're going to get to a point where your son is not going to want, it's going to be out of my hands, and your son's not going to want nothing to do with you. How do you want to proceed? And just put it on him to either be a man or be a bitch and just make a decision off of that.
I have a similar situation, so I know exactly what she's going through, and it gets to a point where you have to cut it off because you are going to hurt your child, but at the same time, it's for your own peace of mind. It's like, why should I keep, because sometimes you get upset. You get angry, like he's not responding to texts, he hasn't seen him in this amount of days. You find yourself getting mad, so just to keep your own peace of mind, you have to say, you know what, I'm going to just let this go. I'm doing my part, and that's all that matters. Do your part, raise your son to the best of your ability, let him go.
I think it's absolutely insane that niggas be out here.
I think so too.
Right.
Like, knowing you gotta, like, I could understand something you don't know about. See, all right. But, like, once you know, okay, this is my son. His name's Jermaine. He lives here.
Right.
How the fuck
He's definitely going to be here. For sure.
Right.
How do you just,
He definitely going to be
you
at
just not
this
be
school,
around?
and he definitely going to be at this house where his mom lives.
Like, how do you just go years not talking to your son?
That's unsafe.
Or your daughter, whatever your kid.
I wouldn't even trust him around my kid. I don't feel that's a safe
Yeah,
environment.
that's
If you
how
could neglect your own, like, that's a
Yes.
product of you. So if
Yes.
you can neglect that, that's not safe. That's like there's something wrong up here. So
I think what start happening with single mothers, you start to blame yourself. I should have made a better decision. Maybe I shouldn't have had a child with him. So you start blaming yourself. You start putting it on you like, it's me. It's the decisions I've made. It's my fault that I'm here. Versus it's that guy's fault. You know, he made that decision to not be a father.
What is an appropriate age for your son or daughter to start having sex?
Never. It's like,
I mean, that's too subjective.
yeah, appropriate age, an adult.
I mean, is they asking like, because they going to start
Ideally,
letting the
an
kid
adult.
hit in the
Ideally,
crib?
an
Right, like I don't get that
I
question.
mean, we all
You
know
going to
that.
have supervised fuck sessions like for your son? You like,
You gotta
yo,
go by 12.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
question was a
like,
little
Keep the
crazy,
noise
like,
down. Put the pillow behind the
18,
headboard.
out of
Like
my
what?
house. I don't.
I mean, if I'm a parent and it's my daughter, never.
That's what
If it's my son, 13.
Oh,
like,
what is up with double standard? 13. No, I say when you're an
it's
adult. and you
extreme
can
double
make adult
standard because men are
decisions
trash.
No, you can't. You can't be like that. Like you gotta be realistic. Like you gotta
Yeah, of
talk.
course.
Just educate your children
Yes.
and let it go from there. Because kids gonna find a way to do what they want to do, regardless.
My,
like
my cousin
They
got
will.
my cousin got a daughter, and he's like, I love the shit out of my daughter. He said, but by the time she turned 13, I'm done with her till she about 21. It's all on her mother. He said, I don't want. He said all that sassiness.
that's
and all
really
that,
how men
all that
do.
shit, all them changes and puberty and all that. I don't want no smoke.
My
with that
dad
shit.
did that shit to
Talk
me.
to your mother. Talk to your mother.
My dad was like, "What? You're 13? No." Me and my dad ain't really get closer after I was 21. Like that whole like period of me being sassy and trying to like, no,
Yeah, it doesn't work.
This chick sent question in for the women. I guess she knew women was going to be
Lit.
Yeah. As a female, do you think it's a bad thing for a female to have sex with a guy on a first date?
Be honest.
I feel as though it depends on your like. I mean, shit happens. Like people communicate for a long time before the first date, so I don't feel like I should judge you. Like, and there's a connection there that happens. So
Yeah,
it's
I
up
say
to the
whatever,
person.
however
Like,
you feel. Yeah.
now don't be like, I don't know. Like you really can't judge. Like
No, it's up to you.
it's up to
how
you. Like if
feel.
the chemistry there is going to happen, so what you know, it's no point in
you.
somebody like shaming it.
Do you
No.
agree? This is the second part. Do you agree that females cheat as much, if not more, than males?
I agree that the new generation of females do.
Yes,
like-
they do.
What's
And
the
women
new
get away with it.
generation
And
of
women
I'm
get
saying
away
like
with it
in
more.
our age bracket, like this whole social media like savvy generation, like I believe they do because everybody
All the
is-
millennials.
Cheating is
Yeah.
glorified now.
Everybody
You know, it's
mentality
cool to be
is I'm
a
gonna
side
play
chick
you
or a
before
side
you
nigga.
play me.
It's
You
cool.
what's crazy is
It's a cool
I
thing.
had a chick tell this shit to me. It was, you know how, like somebody tells you some shit and you like it was one of those. But she was like, I love being like a side chick, and I was like,
Wow.
huh? And she was like, because she's like, I get to see you, you get the hell away from me. She's like, I don't got to deal with you them days where you
Well,
just.
she should be Muslim.
She not a
Because
so-
her co-wife will have her days and she have her days. If that's the type of relationship you want, then
She
do
doesn't
it.
want any attachment
Right?
to
And
nobody.
That's what she's doing.
That's what she said. She was like, yeah, it's like I can see you, we can chill, this, that, and the third, and then you.
But see,
go home
women
like,
are not women anymore. Like just like men aren't men anymore, women are not women anymore. Like what type of shit is that to say? Like I want to fuck with you
I wanna be
and
a
then
career
I don't
side
want to
chick. I wanna be a
deal
career
with you
side
no
chick.
more. Like what happened to the like whole like I want to be around you like as much as possible.
I mean,
like,
but some women not cut like that. Some women not soft and pink like
Or
that.
some of
They
them just so
they a little
damaged.
harder.
They're just
or
damaged.
damaged, jaded.
yeah.
you could be hard as nails and stuff. Like I'm a like soft on it
There's
in
no
the middle,
way
like
at some
tough
point she's not gonna
exterior,
fall
like
for
type
one
of
those
chick.
guys.
Like,
You know, at some point where you're going to say, I like this one. You know,
right? Like
and
you're
then-
not
and
gonna
then
give
what?
in.
Because you've been a career side chick. So it's like I can't even take him serious, or he won't take me serious.
Yeah, or she ain't gonna know how
To even go
to
about
care
it.
for that
Conduct
man or
herself
to
as
go
a-
about it because she's just so used to just getting dicked and drop kicked all the time.
So when he actually showing her that she care, like,
Tweeted and
like,
booted.
that he
Yeah,
cares,
it don't,
she's like,
she like does not compute.
yeah.
Error.
I feel like it's so bad, like the pickings, like what you have to like I said it yesterday.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
sort through so much bullshit.
I feel
right
sorry
now.
for like the people
You
who
do.
have to like find some because
I seen you post that on Twitter.
it's awful.
Yeah,
like
it is.
I like if this shit goes south for me, I gotta go back to the drum. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do because it's just so bad. It's like you know how hard it is to meet a young woman who has goals, career oriented. You don't even got to be career oriented or have a goal, whatever. Let's just leave those alone. Just a young woman who ain't about the fucking social media shit.
Hype, yeah.
That will fuck with you when you up, fuck with you when you down.
Yeah.
Not like that's difficult as shit.
I was explaining that to my homie yesterday. I said, listen, at the end of the day, the majority of the women that you're going to meet are all hedging their bets. They're all holding out for the hope that something better will come along.
Yes.
And they may not even realize that you as good as it gets. Like, because like I got like a circle of friends and a lot of them is doing good. Got multiple property, got a good paying job, got a career, going to grad school to get, master's degrees and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, niggas really got shit going on. And these is all like 6-figure niggas. And it's like, yo, you'll get with a chick that make 30 grand. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but she'll be still hedging her bets on you like, if only such and such go to the league.
If you go sign that contract overseas.
Go to the league, I'm ditching the shit out of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yo, you could just be transparent. Just live a fucking happy life with this guy that, you know what I'm saying?
But then you got guys that don't appreciate that either. You might have a girl like Matt explained that's goal oriented or just a young woman just about her business and
then the guy will still treat her like she any other.
Exactly.
Like she's a basic.
Like you just like any old fucking body.
The great relationship philosopher Irv Gotti once said it's the fucked upness of relationships. Like when you like somebody, they don't like you. And when they like you, you don't like them. And when you ready for a relationship, they still being a hoe. Like it very rarely matches up, which is why 55% of all marriage ends in divorce.
It's all Love and Hip Hop's fault. That's how I feel.
It's all Mona Scott Young's fault.
People do compare their lives to that.
It's like God's honest. It's like that reality shit has shown motherfuckers like, oh, that's how I'm supposed to be living.
Right.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing. This is how I'm supposed to spend my money. This is how, like, to where, like, think about how, like, just how normal getting your body done is now.
Oh
right.
Where it's like,
it's
that
like
was like taboo.
People take their tax money and do that.
Say, oh, I don't want to tell people.
And it's like, me personally, I think it looked good. Like when they be doing this shit, there you can go overboard, like we spoke about earlier, to where it's like, all right, you're tripping.
It's like the Brazilian butt lift is just like the standard. Like that shit is regular. Like I talked to 4 different girls this week, and they all like, yeah, I'm trying to get a BBL. Like it's regular. Like anytime they mention like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about getting surgery, I'm like, oh, you getting a BBL? Yeah, how you know? Because all you hoes want this shit. That's how I know. Like y'all all want this shit.
Nah, I'm team Slim Goody. I'm cool with what I got.
Yeah.
You never.
I've thought about getting my boobs done though. I have. Just because sometimes
I feel like if I can't work out and get it, I really don't want it.
But you really can work out to get a butt. You can.
But I'm cool. Like I bet I can get niggas without all that.
True. Most people don't even care. Like it's one of those things. Like if it's there, it's there. If it's not,
like you get some flag. Like some guys may talk about it. Like, oh yeah, it's not fat. Okay, so fucking what? Like
no real man is like super rigid into where it's like, oh, you don't got no fat ass. Beat it. You in the bushes. Like. Very rarely do you meet a guy that just like absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And usually those are the guys that don't date black women anyway. So whatever. Like
a lot of the things that women think men like, they don't.
And a lot of things, but men they glorify that. A lot of shit that women are doing that they try to make it seem like they're doing for men, they're really doing for other women.
To show
off to other women.
Yo, that's true.
Men don't look at
that's legit true because they want to like. They want to seem like they got the higher up, like I got this body, like they going to compare it to the people that they see
even
on the
material
internet.
Shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a flying fuck.
The Giuseppe's, the red bottoms, like they want to be like that.
The younger guys, I will say, those really young guys, they are shallow like that. Like, oh, what she got on, what she wearing? They'll tell you what you wearing. Oh, you got
but they don't have. But they don't have shit.
Yeah,
they don't have shit.
They won't look at that. It's a young
they the one who walked out of fucking Barney's with Alexander
with the stolen sneakers.
The damn scammers. The scammers.
That's scamming.
That's scamming.
On some scamming ass shit. You want to judge me?
I be wanting to
judge
scam
me. You out
just
here
for like a
busting
good
checks.
2 weeks, see what it's like. But I can't do it. I'm not risking going.
Shit,
to
my
prison.
man went to jail for that shit. Fucking Big Dan went to jail for scamming. A street nigga told on him. A nigga that was selling drugs was like, yo, I'll give y'all some federal shit. I'll give y'all boy make the credit cards. Shit. Got my man 5 years, man.
Damn.
Yeah, they're not playing with
All right, one last question. Dude says, yo, I really fuck with the show. I've been dating a chick, man, for like 9 months, and I care for her. I've recently told her I love her. And she got like weirded out, like I ain't with all that feeling and shit.
Oh my God,
And
that's fucked up.
It's not a question. I don't know if he committed.
He just wants
suicide
some.
or what.
That's the thing about telling
This is a suicide
He
note.
wants some advice.
Right there, like
No, but that's the thing about telling somebody you love them. You have to go into it knowing like they might not tell me they love me back.
You gotta go into
And
it
I
without
have to be
caring for a
okay with
response.
that. Yeah, she
Yeah.
has to be okay with that. Like I love you, and I just want you to know, and that's that. And if the person say I love you too, then kudos. But if they don't, you
Just
don't
be
wanna
okay
just
with
fake
it.
love you. They might just say it out of okay. I love you.
You just
too,
want to
without
express how you
meaning.
feel
I
and
just
like
wanna
leave
let
it
you
at
know
that.
how I feel. And leave
have you
it
ever
at
told
that.
somebody you love them and not get that back? That's got to be weird.
I did it when
No.
I was a young boy. Like,
No, I've never done it.
I tell every chick that I date that I love them. Like
But I've lied.
the first 2
I've
days.
lied and said I love somebody back just out of like, oh wow, they hit me with the I
Yeah,
love you, and you be like,
Nah.
oh, I love you.
I hit them
too.
with the I love you
I've
like
done
3
that
days in,
before.
I don't
just
do
so
the I
that
love
they
you
know,
too
just
if I
to
don't
get it
mean
out the
it.
way.
I tell them all. Yeah.
But like I know you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
love
love
me
you
yet,
too.
but I'm in love with you. You know what I'm saying?
oh my God,
Don't say nothing.
it's a piece of shit. I swear. Now I've done it, but
So
it's
by the time they come around and love me, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm
wow.
on to the next. Fuck out of here.
I remember I used to
Where
tell
was
my
this
ex
love
when
at
we
day
were in high
3?
school. I used to be like, I love you. He's like, I love you too, homie.
Man.
Oh, that's that bruh.
I love you, bro.
He T.I.'d you.
Because I was like, it's like a super sucker for love. I'm like, oh my God, I love him so much. I was like, I love you. He's like, I love you too, homie. I was like, all right. But I didn't
You
even
the
care.
homie. You the homie.
Spent millions on you.
But then he turned around and was in love with me, so I won. Now,
You won.
I won.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you commit to the love early. And then by the time they come around, you over them. You be like, man, fuck out of here with all that love shit, dog. Fuck was you at 8 months ago?
I was the
Bitch.
homie.
Like,
Yeah, I was the homie.
I was the homie 8 months ago. Now you on a nigga dick. Fuck out of here.
That shit's crazy. You got
Yeah,
any
he
parting
needed
words,
something,
man, before we wrap this whole thing up?
I just appreciate the ladies coming up here and joining us today. We balanced the show off for y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a great time up
Yeah.
here.
I did.
Y'all added a lot to the show today. I appreciate y'all for taking time out of y'all schedule, especially on the late night. We in here
Yeah.
burning the midnight oil, and I just appreciate y'all. And go to therealestmerchever.com, buy a shirt, buy a hat, buy a shirt and a hat. Migos for Prez shirts coming soon, and y'all weird shirts coming soon also.
yo, weird shit.
Y'all weird. I need that too. I need that one. Yeah.
But thanks for having us, man. I really appreciate
Shout
it.
y'all social media
Yeah, thanks
so
for
all the
having
people
me.
can follow y'all.
Again, it's L.Woods_.
Okay,
on
so
Instagram.
on Instagram, I am Raya. IAMRYA.
Plug the podcast.
You know what I'm saying? You could check out Rise World on Tuesdays at soundwavesradio.com. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. That's where I talk my most shit. At Ride to the N, RY_2, THE_AN. And Matt's looking at me like he got an issue that we could solve after this shit.
I'm tired, man.
I'm tired.
He had a long day.
I gotta be the clinicals up for clinicals in 5 hours. I don't want to
It's
hear
lit.
that shit.
I'm gonna be home sleep. So good luck with that, y'all.
Out tomorrow. I'm off. I can't wait to go home, man. So we done. Realest podcast ever.
Episode 21. I don't know, how did I miss doing that at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
21.
It's late, man.
It's late, man. All right, man. We out. See y'all next episode. Peace.